It's May 29th, 2024. I am at Joel Pearl, and it's time to get in the weeds. Jeremy Lambert is here, as he always is. It's a beautiful Wednesday where I am, hopefully where you are too.
No, it's thunderstorms and stuff out here, Joel. You're already ruining the vibes. I hope it's a beautiful day for everybody. No, it's Ohio in May. It's rainy and shit. I can't curse. Look at me. I didn't curse. It's rainy and terrible out.
Listen, that was me on Monday. The weather wasn't very nice. The vibes were not immaculate. Today, the sun is shining. The birds are chirping. Everyone's okay, except for Ohio. But really, is Ohio ever okay, Jeremy?
No, Ohio's never okay.
No, that's the one thing about everyone's. Oh, really? Geez, cold and windy and 11 degrees Celsius in Ottawa, Canada. I'm sorry. That sucks.
Look at that.
And it's not. Listen. It's only about 17 here, which is probably what early 60s where y'all are. That's fine. It's okay, but it's nice out. So who am I to judge? It's good. We got a busy show. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Listen. Tuesdays are my day off. Famously so. I make reference to it frequently. I do a lot of running of errands. I literally sat down on my desk for the first time at 9 p.m. Eastern yesterday. I was like, I don't need to watch NXT. We're going into a PLE. I'm sure I can catch up later, blah, blah, blah. And then I open up our Fightful Select Discord, best $5 in the business, just for the Discord alone. But we have news too. And all of a sudden I see in the TNA chat, because I go to the In the Weeds chat and I go to the TNA chat whenever those light up, because those are the most important things I do on this website. And I see in the TNA chat, they're like, holy bleep spoilers. And I'm worried. I'm like, uh-oh, I hope it wasn't someone, left the company that wasn't supposed to, blah, blah, blah. And it's Jordynne Grace is back in NXT. And I'm like, oh, I guess I got to watch NXT now. So I turn it on, I catch up. And by 10:15, I'm all caught up on NXT. And of course, what happens at the end of NXT? Ethan Page debuts, takes out Trick Williams. And I'm like, well, it looks like NXT is trying something. And try something they did. So the news is newsing. And I was like, do I want to change the thumbnail? And I was like, no, I don't. Because the biggest news story of the week, in my opinion, is still Becky Lynch's contract and what's going on there. And she's a free agent as of June the 1st. As of right this second, she has not re-signed. Also, June 1st is my birthday, so that's a little more important too. And as a result, I was like, you know what? We're keeping it. Not only am I doing that, I've been thinking about the thumbnail all day on Tuesday. So I said, Joel, do the thumbnail you were thinking of. By the way, add the AWA for your own little gimmick bit. Becky's going to the AWA is really what I'm getting at here, Jeremy.
The AWA?
Yeah. Vern Gagne got her on the phone. They're doing it.
Maybe. I don't. Joel, let's be honest about things. Where she's gonna go. Only one place can offer her what she actually wants. Only one place can offer her a rock star lifestyle. Only one place, Joel. We all know where it is. Only one place can offer the KG Brood, the NWA, and old badass Billy Pumpkins. The only place that can offer her the rock star lifestyle and to be part of the vampire group taking over the world, the KG Brood.
That's
the NWA, baby.
That's the problem. She's going to go and win the 10 pounds of gold. She's going to beat EC3. EC3 is going to be like, no, that doesn't work for me, brother. But Billy is going to say, no, I'm doing it. I had a change of heart, change of plans. We're going to make you the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, and then we're going to rebrand it Becky Lynch's Carneyland. Season 2. Becky's Boogaloo.
Could you imagine if, I don't think she's going to the NWA, but could you imagine if, we're just speculating here. We're just throwing out ideas. That's what we do on this show, right? Just dumb ideas. She goes to the NWA, and they legitimately, as they should, mind you, build the whole show around her. They give Becky Lynch the pencil on this. Becky. Because what else can they offer her besides a lot of cocaine? Becky. You get you can book all the divisions. The men's division that we allegedly have, the women's division that we allegedly have, the tag team division that, the Crockett Cup is allegedly going on. These are all allegations because there's no proof of any of this. she just gets the pencil. And like we do get Becky Lynch's NWA. What does that look like? What kind of booker do you think Becky Lynch is?
I'm sorry. What was the question after all of that?
Becky Lynch books the territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Yeah.
She wins.
No, but she with like the men's division. Like,
yeah, and she wins.
She just beats everybody?
Yeah.
I respect that.
She hardcore hollies it.
I respect that, actually.
Give me the damn belt. And what do you do with it? I'll beat everybody. Okay. And that's it. You gave her the money, you gave her the pencil, you gave her the power, you give her everything. Let her book the territory so that she wins.
Remember when Billy Pumpkins did that angle with Matt Cardona and Camille like came out and like attacked Cardona? You go to hell.
You go to hell, Cardona. Hell. I should have asked him about that in the interview.
Oh, we should have.
Can't believe we didn't think about it. We are frauds.
Yeah, I completely forgot that happened until literally just now. Hey, you know who will ask about that, Joel? You know who we can ask about that angle? We can ask Matt Cardona because he's going to be on the show on Friday, everybody.
That's
scheduled
right.
to be joined by Matt Cardona on Friday. We'll ask Matt Cardona about that angle.
That's actually a really good idea. That should be it. I am a fraud. That's true. Hey, frauds don't remind you to leave a thumbs up on the video, nor do the frauds remind you to subscribe to the channel. Get those fireworks going. Memorial Day may be over, but the fireworks continue here as they always do. And of course, if you will, you can donate a super chat and email. Get your question or statement read on the air. Chi-Town Spurs starts us off. Becky Lynch is heading to Ice Ribbon. Bet the house on it. Well, I don't have a house, so I got nothing to bet. My mother is calling me on the video gimmick.
Who's trying to call you?
My mother.
Oh, do you want to answer?
Should I?
Yeah.
Okay, one sec.
We never had Mama Pearl on the show.
Oh, never mind. She hung up.
Call her back.
I think she realized. 23 seconds. Oh, we'll see. I'm not going to call her back. If she calls me, then I will get back to her.
All right. Fine.
Listen. Sometimes you got to let your parents come to you, which they literally are tomorrow. My mom is coming tomorrow. So that should be fun.
My mom watches this show for some dumb reason and always gets like worried when something happens to me, which is often. You know, last Wednesday I missed because I had an engagement to go to. Had to listen to teachers give speeches about The Rock saying, go home and smoke some crack. And my mom was like, why weren't you on the show? Is everything okay? And then when, last Friday, I got cranberry sauce dumped on me. My mom is critiquing the cranberry sauce. She's like, what was her hold on, pull up this message.
Yeah, I gotta hear what your mom's critique of the cranberry sauce gimmick was, because
I was like, what? Do you want in on this? Okay, so she goes, I watched your show. What was with the red crap? I'm sure I won't get it, but it was funny. I said it was cranberry sauce. I was like, okay. Or she says, okay, but it was kind of runny for cranberry sauce. Like, what are you, cranberry sauce like expert, mother?
She's the cranberry sauce aficionado.
Yeah. And she's like, you must have put it in a blender. I was like, well, it's 4 cans of cranberry sauce. We used a whisk.
Oh, yeah,
whisk is what the kids saw it. Yeah,
the whisk.
A whisk, and we cut it with some water. And she's like, oh, okay. My mom over here is a friggin', she's gonna be in on these bits. My mom's gonna be here next week.
It's okay. I think I told you off the air. My dad buried you once in a message to me.
Did this happen?
Yeah.
Your dad buried me?
My dad did. I said nice things. I said, you don't understand. He basically had comments about your maybe it was an energy thing. I don't know. Maybe he watched an episode that was like just not one of our best, and he just kind of said shit about you. And I was like, I don't think you understand who I work with. Like, he's like, what is it, your boss? I'm like, no, it's not that it's my boss or anything. It's just that, stop it. It's more that, first of all, I am lawless. I am bossless. In a world where Sasha Banks and Mercedes Moné might be CEOs and bosses, I am without one. Okay, so we'll start with that. But also, I just said, this is Jeremy. He does a lot on the site. Maybe this show is like bottom of the barrel for him, which I understand. And he stopped after that. He never buried you again to my face. I don't think he ever watched the show again, to be honest.
Wow, I didn't know your dad buried me in that way, Joel. I gotta say, this kind of ruins my day.
I was about to make a really bad joke, and I just stopped. As I am a dark humor type of guy, and I am not going to make that joke today. Hey, we got a super chat from Love Pro saying, please ask Matt Cardona to give MJF some Tanner tips.
I feel like he did that once.
I think he did once, and if he hasn't, he's got to do it again.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like he actually did give MJF Tanner tips. I feel like we wrote about it because we write about the dumbest things possible.
Yeah, though why wouldn't we? That's kind of what we do. We try to write about the dumbest things possible on our website. It gets clicks and views, I hear.
Yeah.
Anyway, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the NXT stuff first? Get that going out of the way, or do you want to? You know what? Let's talk about the Liv Morgan stuff from Monday. Did you see the kiss? I know no one in the United States saw the kiss.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. It just cut off. It was over.
So obviously, I'm watching on Sportsnet in Canada. I saw it as normal, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, that's something." And then afterwards, I listened to some post shows, and of course, no one I listen to is Canadian. And all of a sudden, it's like, "Oh, and if you didn't see it," and I was like, "What do you mean you didn't see? You turn off Raw before it ended?" And then I found out, no, they turned it off before it ended. Jana sends a super chat saying, "I think that Liv kiss was a one-off, and she's getting in Dom's head. I'm super invested in this storyline. Every week, I'm thinking, what's Liv going to do next? I think this run will really elevate her." I agree with the last sentiment. That this has been really good for Liv. The laugh is going to slowly get on my nerves, possibly in the best way, because she's playing off bad girl. But I mean, the kiss, it happened. Dominic's confused. So this is what happened. They talked about the kiss on these post shows, and then someone mentioned the other way around, that Dom then plants one on Liv and it like a digital exclusive. I was just like, wait, what? And I was like, I haven't seen anything like that. So that's what confused me.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, you guys didn't see it, but it happened.
No, I saw the clip afterwards because it was posted on socials. So I saw it. I like the angle. They've been doing the teases, right? Oh, Liv has the purple bandana. Oh, they're coming out of the same room. We didn't talk too much about Crown Jewel.
Is this a killer song?
Maybe.
Are you about to, she's coming out of her cage and she's been doing just fine. Gotta get down because she wants it all.
What song is that?
Ms. Brightside.
That's Mr. Brightside? That's a killer song?
Is it not a killer song?
Didn't they sing Creep?
It is a song by the Killer. Stop it. I had to play it for 15 friggin' years. Is it a song? Yeah, it was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now she's calling it anyway. I used to do this with my wife. We would sit there and start doing the lyrics one after another, and she's not a music person, but for some reason that's the song she knows.
Oh. Have you heard of Creep by Smashing Pumpkins, Joel?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they also did Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls.
That's a good song.
Mr. Brightside was a pumpkin song. It all comes full circle on this program. We have the dumbest, best chat in the world. Thank you.
What were we talking about?
Oh, we're talking about the Liv and Dom stuff from Monday night with the kiss and the kiss scene around most of the world except for the United States.
This kiss, untouchable. This kiss. I think that's Shania, right? Sure that's
yes.
Shania.
Yeah, very famously Shania Twain. You know, she had a museum of hers open in Timmins, where she was her hometown, and it closed down within 5 to 10 years.
That's unfortunate. I would like to visit a Shania Twain museum.
Well, maybe go back to 2022 when it was still open, and then it's fine.
I haven't invented time travel yet. I'm working on it, but I haven't invented it yet.
Let me know. It can be a very lucrative situation when you do.
So the Liv Morgan stuff.
Yes, we've diverted in the best way possible.
Yes. It's good. Like they're doing little things there. Again, we didn't talk about Crown Jewel, but the one thing that they did, pretty big thing that they did
I
was,
think it was King and Queen of the Ring was the show.
oh yeah,
Crown Jewel's the one in November.
look, it's a Saudi show. All right,
just call it the $55 million extravaganza.
So anyway, Dom throwing the chair into the ring, but was it meant for Becky? They've obviously used it against Becky because she did a DDT. We got a guest. What is happening?
Well, you see, here's the problem. NXT gave me pause. We're in the season and we can't be the last ones to do it. So we have to be the first. It's Forbidden Door media season. So you bring in the Queen. Queen of the Ring is here.
Alex, hello.
Hello. Good morning. One, the disrespect on Radiohead is insane. Jeremy,
who?
How dare you? Radiohead.
Never heard of him. Isn't that an LL Cool J song? I can't live without my Radiohead, right?
Isn't that
I don't know.
Kid
Does
Rock
he sing
song?
it?
No,
I
Kid Rock
am
is,
American
yeah.
Radiohead.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer? Kid Rock?
Piece of garbage. Kid
My
Rock.
goodness. Sexy Red to the Hall of Fame. When?
Oh, not soon enough.
Oh, she rules. Absolutely.
She brought out the best NXT episode of the year. Come on.
You think that was part of the deal to bring her on? She's like, you know what? If I'm going to Forbidden Door my game, you got to Forbidden Door yours. And we're like, okay.
Exactly. Yeah. She's like, that Cheeto man is in the Hall of Fame. Put me in there. I'm going to give you a banger right now.
You think maybe she's on the writing team now for NXT? That was part of the gimmick?
She should. She's hosting Battleground, right? She should.
Is she?
I didn't.
Yeah, she said she was gonna. Yeah, she said she was hosting Battleground. Come on, Joel, watch the product.
I watched again 9 o'clock.
What kind of wrestling media person are you if you don't watch every single week, every single day, every single hour, every single promotion? That's what the people expect here in Fightful.
That's right.
Come on. I'm not even on the payroll, so I could say that.
That's true. Can you shill other products of ours while you're here?
All the other shows. Go watch it. Fightful Select. Go subscribe to that. The best $5 in the business.
Anyway, the point of having you here is not only because you're fantastic and because we needed to get ahead of the Forbidden Door season. Mm-hmm. We needed to make people understand that WWE started this. None of this AEW stuff. We're going back to 97. Going back to the WWF and AAA when they started bringing in the luchadors. We're talking about WCW and the Cruiserweights, New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're doing and CMLL as well. Nobody has a trademark on Forbidden Doors except for wrestling media.
With the Radicals pulling up ringside.
Goddamn, 2000. Best year to be alive. My bar mitzvah was that year. Alex, I wanted to bring you on for a bit because not only are you fun, but also because, let's face it, we have to start talking about the content. We have to start talking about Family Feud.
We do. We do have to start talking about Family Feud.
We're going to do
the best video. It's going to hit 1 million views.
We got to do 1 million?
When I'm on, yes. No.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say that's probably a fact.
I have never seen 1 million views in my life. We got to set up Family Feud. Okay, but what's the team names? Is it going to be Select versus Overbooked?
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Was that how we're gonna do it? Damn.
All right, who's our
Jeremy
team?
In on this?
Oh, I don't know anything. Are you kidding me? I don't. Okay. Nobody tells me anything around here. It's fine.
Yes, I wanted to do a charity Family Feud with Fightful. I think we came up with this idea a while ago.
Yeah, this all started with the microphone.
Yes, the Price is Right microphone.
The Rode stick microphone.
Yeah. I have a tuxedo too. I'll put it on for the show.
Oh God, bless. Do it.
Okay.
Please.
First off, I'm 100% in on this. Love the Family Feud, one of the greatest shows of all time. So I have to be part of this, no matter what. I feel like I should be part of it regardless. All right. So if we do Team Overbooked, who's on our team, Joel? It's 5 people. So me and you,
Kylie,
Collins.
Okay.
And
then we need a 5th.
Do you think
Technically,
Reg
we
would be on
could
our
ask Reg.
team?
Yeah, I was gonna say we could ask Reg. SP3 is actually a good shout from JNA's.
Oh yeah, SP3.
But SP3 is now doing the ROH post show, so he's eligible for main. But also,
Zarian.
Zarian.
Oh, we could get Zarian.
He is ours. He was ours first.
Yeah.
I think that's the main play right there.
Yeah. Oh, Maggie. Oh, damn. Rob and Maggie are also available.
We got
Maybe
a
we
strong
extend
team.
it.
No. There can be losers in this pool.
Joel's just straight cutting people out.
I can cut myself out. I want to be part of it, but like, come on, let's face it.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't need Joel around here. He's Canadian. He doesn't have any taste around here.
So Maggie, Collins, Kylie, Jeremy, and Zarian.
Oh, what a cornucopia of knowledge that crew is.
What's the main channel?
Who cares about them?
Sean, Kate, Pulowski.
Dorks.
Yeah, the Team Dorcas
I like
Molorcas.
Did you say
Phil,
Team Dorks?
Team
Yeah,
Dorcas
Team Dorks.
Molorcas.
Oh boy. We've gotta strum up the questions on Select.
Yeah, we need to figure out what are the questions, because we also got to do we asked 100 people, but if you ask 100 wrestling fans, you can't give them ABC answers. They're going to give you like Z. So we got to figure out how to ask the question without getting the wrong answers.
Yeah, we've got to come up with the question ourselves. Trivia? No, maybe not trivia. What's 100 wrestling fans chimed in? Name the #1 deodorant brand.
I was going to say deodorant joke.
The amount of actual
Old Spice. Old Spice has got to be the #1 answer. They had to deal with WWE.
I swear, the #1 answer is going to be like body or axe. The stuff that people use like in middle school.
Soap? Question mark.
Woo Energy?
Irish Spring?
No, that's what we call Corey. Oh, that's Dora.
I'm all in on this Family
Can be
Feud.
done in Discord. Yeah, y'all's Discord is popping off.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
We just can't like view it is the only thing. Like we got to have a separate channel that we can't see, because otherwise then we could like look and see what the answers are.
We don't want any cheating.
Or we could probably do like some type of Google Doc or whatever where it's anonymous and then like it just has like the results, right?
We could do a Google Doc.
Yeah, I think we could probably do like a Google Doc survey.
Yes.
And then we just won't look at that. That'll just be for your eyes of how it, the answers play out. I feel like we can do this. Yeah.
I think we could do this together. What is there a prize? Well, I mentioned charity.
Pride. Yeah, if it's a charity stream, yeah.
Yeah, charity stream, bragging rights.
Yeah. Just pride.
Pride?
Pride's the only thing on the line for, the actual competitors.
Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah. No, it's the Pride. You get Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits, and
BFAB.
BFAB.
Wow.
They're gonna
watch the product.
They're gonna come to. We can't remember who the Carrying Cross group is, so it's just as well. The Pride comes to your house and has a delicious dinner with you, and also Bobby Lashley brings a couple of suits just to make you.
I don't want Montez Ford at my house having dinner. That man gets angry.
Listen, you just gotta let it happen.
Off your diner table.
He gets mad when he's hungry.
The prize is you get a float during a Pride parade. There you go.
Oh, it is June coming up. Yeah, let's do it.
Isn't there? Isn't there a Fightful title somewhere?
Never heard of it. Take down that comment.
What happened?
Hmm?
What's the lore in that?
Hold on.
Joel is allegedly the Fightful champion
for 1,100 for 1,169 days.
Nice.
He never defends it. He doesn't even have possession of the belt, so we're not even sure he's the true champion.
Why not? Can they not ship it up in the north?
You see the funny
he's like a mile away from Jimmy. He could get it.
It's with Jimmy. And Jimmy's not far from where I used to live, and now it's not that much further.
Get in your car and reclaim your prize.
I live in Toronto. You think I have a car?
Get on the train and the
That's-
bus, whatever, the
that's
trolley,
better.
a ferry.
Trolley. The ferry. That also counts.
I don't know.
Yes.
Send a carrier pigeon. What kind of champion are you?
I
Get
like-
your title back.
I like the idea that Jimmy Van lives on Toronto Island. Good luck with that.
He's got a moat around his office there, so that you got to take a ferry across.
He jet skis to the kitchen.
Gondolas all everywhere. His kids sing a mean Italian song. Anyway,
Well,
Jimmy's
yeah,
moving
you
anyway,
need to
so
get
what does
that.
it matter?
Well, he's gonna take that title with him, and you're really not gonna see it then.
Listen, they gave Sean one of the fake ones before they gave me the real one to keep. I gotta get Jimmy to give me.
Wait, they gave Sean the Target toy kid replica, and
Well,
then you didn't get anything?
Let's be nice here. That Target toy cost like $500 if you ordered it from the website.
Well,
Yeah, we used to sell
how
those
much was the
things.
real one?
More?
And you're not fighting for that? God,
I
He
mean-
hasn't fought for it for over 1,100 days, Alex. He just calls himself the champion, but he doesn't have the title or anything. He
First
just
of all-
wants the acknowledgement of I'm the champion, but he doesn't actually want to take the title and hold it with any pride. He doesn't want to defend it. He doesn't want to represent it. He just wants to be acknowledged as the champion. That's it.
my God, Joel. Even Goldberg fought for his championship. What is going on?
Goldberg fought for his children, and even then it was questionable at best.
I mean, his child fell over
Bro,
the
this child
barricade
was
on
gonna
national television.
Fuck up Bobby Lashley.
He had to.
The problem is we can't make fun of the kid anymore because if you see the kid now, you'd probably kick our asses.
Not me.
He's about to play football in Colorado.
Football in Colorado and tee up in Texas. He's going to be playing baseball wherever he wants. He's a two-sport kid.
Yes.
That's why Goldberg's not coming back to wrestling. That's the only reason, not because he's old. Don't tell Bill Goldberg I said that. I'd like to interview him.
Goldberg's gonna kick
Right.
your head off.
He won't, though. Well, inadvertently he
will.
might. But
Yeah, you know he doesn't like Canadians. so-
Is he on Cameo?
Bill Goldberg on Cameo? Let's hope so.
Definitely not. No,
We
there's
should
no
send
way.
in a Cameo. Hey, can you do a promo on Joel?
There's
How
no
much
way.
you're
Let's
a better
see.
champion?
No, he's not.
Yeah, as I said, there's no way.
How much do you think Goldberg would be? I think like Ric Flair's $500, isn't he? On Cameo?
Ain't worth it.
Are y'all on Cameo?
I am, but I never use it.
No.
Oh.
Uh,
Jeremy,
Ric
I feel
Flair's
like your
500
cameos would be so good. Just super dry.
That seems like effort. I don't want to do that.
That's why I don't do it. Goldberg.
Yeah, Ric Flair's
is
$500. That's insane.
dumb. Goldberg hasn't
Wow.
tweeted since January 2023.
Good. He shouldn't.
That's true. Is he still on CarCast? Is that still a thing he does?
What the hell is CarCast?
Well, it's literally.
Yeah,
what
he's
it's
trying to. He's trying. Here's a scoop for everybody. Yes, he still does the CarCast every now and again, and he's trying to get Goldberg's Garage on television. He has pitched it to multiple networks. So there
Maybe-
you go. There's scoops.
Maybe he could start by getting Goldberg's Garage unsuspended on Twitter because that account is wiped out.
Well,
Is it like the Jay Leno show where he's just like driving
Kind of.
around?
Oh, now I just have Goldberg in a. Yeah, this is my Maserati. You can go and see it anytime you want. Sorry, that's my Jay Leno.
is that a Jay Leno impression?
That is not your Jay Leno.
That's what Jay Leno sounds like.
Do
He
it
sounds
again?
like this. Whenever he talks, that's what he sounds like. He
That
toasts
doesn't-
up Maseratis.
That sounds like Mike Tyson under the weather.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe it's one and the same.
That's
You
who
don't know.
it sounds like.
Is that who's fighting Jake Paul?
Joel, can you do the Dynamite preview today with that accent?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I
You
will.
should do
absolutely
your cameos in that accent.
Joel Pesci on Helium, says Redmond Survivor.
And I can't do all of that.
I like that. I like that.
Oh
voice.
my gosh.
Wait, is Mike Tyson really fighting Jake Paul?
Yeah, man. At the end of July 20th.
Oh, that's really
Man.
happening.
Yeah, it's the same night as Slammiversary.
Oh,
Yeah.
too bad for Slammiversary. They should change the date. That's gonna be a draw, I guess. It's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Oh,
Some
this
of these cameo prices, by the way. You know what? Let's play a game. Let's play a game here on this show with Alex and Joel, okay? I'm going to name a
Gotcha.
wrestler, and you're going to tell me. We'll play, I don't know, 3 out of 5 or something. You're going to tell me the cameo price for this wrestler. Closest, you can go over, but closest to the number, okay? You ready?
Okay.
First wrestler on the list, Roderick Strong. Joel, how much for a Roderick Strong cameo?
$50.
Alex?
$150.
The correct answer is $60 for a Roderick Strong cameo.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
Joel.
Roderick Strong, former international champion, only
Yeah.
$60.
So I mean, listen, that's $1 for every time he didn't, put that title on the line.
The next wrestler is WWE superstar, part of the Way. I think that group still exists, maybe not. Indy Hartwell. Alex, how much for an Indy Hartwell cameo?
$150.
Joel, Indy Hartwell cameo.
Independence Hartwell charges $45 for a cameo.
The correct answer is $125 for an Indy Hartwell cameo.
They definitely make them price them high. WWE's like, listen, make yourself valuable.
The score is now 1-1. Next person on the list, former WWE NXT Women's Champion, former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, Shayna Baszler. How much for a Shayna Baszler cameo? Joel?
$190.
Alex, how much for a Shayna Baszler cameo?
$150.
And the correct answer is $70 for a
Jesus
Shayna Baszler
Christ.
cameo.
Dana, what are we doing here? Shayna is going
She's
to be
on Twitch,
standing in the
though.
octagon.
I'm sure, Twitch is her main bread and butter if it's compared to
Fair.
Cameo, right?
Alex is
That's what
up.
she enjoys.
Alex is up 2-1. So if Alex gets this next one correct, she is the winner. The next person on this list,
Oh boy.
Austin Aries. How much for an Austin Aries cameo?
So I know that.
Joel?
So here's the thing. I know this was about the Shayna one, but the problem is I would say this, but you can't go that low on Cameo. So, oh my God, Austin Aries probably has an inflated sense of ego. So let's go. How tall is he? He's 5 foot. $52.
Alex, how much for an Austin Aries cameo?
$69.
Nice.
The correct answer is $39 for an Austin Aries cameo.
Hell of a deal.
God.
Hell of a deal.
It is
Times are rough,
2-2.
huh?
This next one will be the winner. I'm trying to think of a good one. All right, so I'm not going to do this person, but you want to talk about how low can you go on a cameo, Joel? There's a wrestler who
Okay.
is on Cameo, $10. $10 for this cameo. Anybody want to take a guess at who this wrestler is? I will give you a couple of hints.
Yeah.
Wrestles for GCW, has also wrestled for New Japan, has previously wrestled for WWE.
Is it Colin Delaney?
No.
Damn it.
How much was it again?
$10. Currently active. I will say that as well. Currently
active in GCW
Yes. Currently active.
and wrestled in New Japan.
Yes.
Former
Potentially
WWE?
could be wrestling in New Japan right now.
Ooh, I don't know.
I can't steal.
You've already
man.
guessed Colin Delaney.
Yeah, we knew that wasn't happening.
A-Shock is correct, by the way.
Yeah,
it is Blake
Christian. Definitely Blake, yeah.
Blake
Oh,
Christian.
okay.
$10 on Cameo. All right. the final person to see who is the victor, because the score is tied 2-2. Let's see who we're gonna pick here. Let's pick a good one. All right, here's somebody. How much is this wrestler charging on Cameo? This person is a former WWE Money in the Bank winner, a former King of the Ring. I'm sure he's won some other titles. I think maybe the US title, NXT Tag Team Champion, Baron Corbin. How much is Baron Corbin charging on Cameo? Alex?
$150.
Joel?
Big beef, big breakfast. $190.
Oh, and the winner is Joel Pearl, as Baron Corbin charges $200 for a Cameo.
Big beef,
Thank
big
you.
bucks.
Thank you for playing Name That Cameo Price here on Fightful.
That was probably one of the better games we've done.
Congratulations, Joel. You get your own pride float.
Hooray!
Pride.
Alex, let's
There's more. I found more.
Of course, there's
God.
always
Oh,
wrestlers who are
gosh.
doing this. You know that Alexa
Oh.
Bliss was 500 when WWE did the co-branded cameos, and remember what those cameos looked like? Just doing the freaky deaky in the swing. Oh, it's so
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
those are
right.
$500.
Didn't Shawn Michaels do it for like 900 or something?
Wouldn't be shocked.
Oh, the
Remember,
Undertaker one was the
did
best.
1,000.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's how we got a lot of really great memes like "That's awesome" and "Scooby, the All Elite Scooby Doo."
Yes, Scooby.
Undertaker was 1,000?
Yeah,
Was
because
he
it was.
at least in
Undertaker was
gimmick?
insane.
Yeah. It was like it was. You got to go back and watch them. Someone made a supercut on YouTube, but it was around the Survivor Series when they did his retirement. It was that weekend. That was such a hilarious one.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Undertaker was insane with the prices that they were charging. Yeah, it was just a special weekend though. But let's.
I mean, he was probably like, I'm going to charge 1,000 to put on this like NYX eyeliner, this e.l.f. Maybelline eyeliner.
No, we did them all like right after he did like the Undertaker's retirement at Survivor Series Pandemic. So like he just went, he did his big in-ring speech for that, and then he went backstage and then filmed them all.
Yeah,
Right
you
there.
you remember that Survivor Series, the one where Midian got everyone sick with COVID afterwards.
Everyone came out in their gear except for Kane, or everyone came out in suits except for Kane. Kane just went straight up wrestling gear. Like, what's
Savio
going on
Vega
here,
came
guys?
out. That's all I
Savio-
remember.
that's right.
Yeah.
Theo Savio came out. That's all that matters.
Go back, by the way. I'm not lying about the Midian thing. Go back in his Twitter or in his Instagram. You'll see. You'll see the timeline matches up perfectly.
That's so sad.
Hell of a time.
That's like Lady Gaga admitting that she performed her tour while having COVID. It's so sad. Does that
So
mean he's the Lady Gaga of wrestling?
That sounds kind of apt, honestly, in a way.
Is Gaga good at cooking? Is she a chef?
I don't know. I'll call her up and ask later.
Please do, because I know Dennis, as he's known now. Dennis is a chef in Florida. Does very well, apparently.
Like the bear style?
Oh,
Sure.
new season next month.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited.
We firing bears. We frying up bears.
Oh, Joe, come on,
Have
watch
you
the
watched The Bear?
Bear. Yeah,
Oh, I've
what's
been
wrong?
told. I've been told it's very good, although hilarious. Gaga is good at everything,
Fair.
including having COVID and performing.
Yes, including Ella J. Hi, Ella.
Ella.
We love
Don't do
Ella
that.
J. Yeah, Joel, watch The Bear.
I will make time. I don't think people understand how limited time.
Kevin Von Erich is on the show.
I know
It's very
my
good.
dad loved me. My dad wasn't a bear.
Huh?
Never mind. It's a very, very old bit. Okay, you know what? As we transition back to the wrestling, unfortunately, we've been asked to
sounds
ask
dumb.
Queen where she thinks Becky Lynch is going.
She's probably going to bed. She's tired.
Hell yeah.
Fucking care.
That's the answer. That's it. Everyone pack it in. It does not matter. It doesn't. Nothing matters anymore. That's it. That's it.
Doesn't matter. She's got kids. She's got to take care of Seth. It was his birthday.
I get it, dude. Listen, I feel it right here. I've got a 2-year-old. And shit gets real tiresome real quick. I get it.
You're a dad, Joel?
Y'all didn't know this?
You know
Well,
what?
we
I
said
find,
everything.
listen, honestly, like, I find out who has kids, and I'm like, that's crazy. But I'm also in the mindset as like, I'm also in the mindset of like, oh, kids? That was on purpose? Like 16-year-old pregnant.
I get it.
Whatever.
No, he was planned. I've got a 2-year-old.
I love that for you.
Thank you. I don't post any photos of him, so there is that.
You're the good parent then.
We don't do that. My wife and I agreed to that, and the only photo that's out there of him is literally the day he was born. That's it, where he's wrapped up in his burrito gimmick.
You send all the photos to my wife of the kid laying in bed doing nothing.
He's got books to read.
Jeremy, what's your reaction seeing the photos? Like,
Oh, I don't care. My wife is. I got 4, 12, 13. I got a many kids.
412.
412 kids. So
Jeremy, your lack of aura is inspiring.
thanks. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I'm Kendall Jenner. Yes, girl, give me nothing.
I strive
what I'm going
to
for.
have the amount of less fucks you have in life. You have
Ah,
0.
Who could possibly care? Who could possibly care about any of this stuff?
This is the best.
Oh,
Just
man.
the best. All right. Okay.
Wait, what did SP3 say? The guy Queen sat next to.
At the original
All-In was
All
the-
In, only person sitting down during Cody's entrance on the show has 4-year-old twins now. May or may not be the person who sent the comment.
4-year-old twins?
Isn't it
Twins
crazy?
are scary.
Scares me.
Twins
as hell.
are terrifying. I have a theory on twins where I think twins are like one of them was supposed to go to a parallel universe and they never made it, so now they're here.
We got to get you in a room with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods and Big E.
Can you
That's
be
always
twins if you're born in separate years?
Separate days, separate years, separate month.
Or what about leap year? 28th?
Oh, yeah.
29th?
Yeah, there you go. I feel like they're still the same, but yeah.
I don't know. Twins scare me.
Redheaded twins would be weird.
Redheaded.
Apologies to the redhead twins who are watching right now.
That's
I
all
have
one
no
of
hate
you.
on redheads.
No, it's not about the hate on redheads, although people don't like Blake Christian.
daywalkers.
Wow, Blake Christian. Thank you for the Daywalkers reference. Listen, redheaded twins are fine. As a ginger myself, when my beard is not white, I understand. Santa Claus vibes going on over here.
Are you a
No.
ginger?
Yeah, my beard is red.
Is it
Does
just
that make
the
you a
beard?
ginger?
I mean, listen, yes.
Wait, do you have red hair?
My
No.
beard is very red. When
That doesn't count.
That
Yes, it
doesn't
does.
count.
Yes, it
No,
does.
it doesn't.
No, it
Yes, it
doesn't.
No, it
does.
doesn't.
Chat
Hold
doesn't
Does
count.
it? Why do
No.
you want to be included in gingers?
Don't claim ginger with just a beard.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yes, I can and I will because I'm blonde and I have a red beard.
No, you're not a ginger. You're Canadian.
Yes, it does count.
Does
I
it?
can't be. I'm Canadian. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
If your beard is red, there you go. I look redheaded. There you go. See?
You
See?
don't look redheaded. You look like you have like at least like a strawberry blonde in your hair.
It is an accurate statement. If you come see me in the summertime, it is more blonde and summery. Kim Gray, for example, Queen Ginger. I can roll with that. She is queen. She is ours.
I love that. I love that, Kim.
And Chi-Town Spurs saying that's why I hate Blake Christian, and I get it.
Oh no.
Very, very redheaded, that Blake Christian.
Oh boy.
You're not ginger, you Canadian.
Yeah.
Listen, if the Irish guy's gonna get about it, then what do I care?
You white, you're Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Shut up. Suck it, reindeer games.
You're Ben Affleck. You're missing your Dunkin' Donuts in your misery.
We got to get you watching Role Models. That's the next.
Have you not seen Role Models, Alex?
No, what's that?
Oh, have you ever heard of Creep by Smashing Pumpkins?
The best interview we ever did. Okay, your homework before we do Family Feud. You're gonna watch Role Models and you're gonna watch Hot Rod. Those are your two movies.
Oh, I've seen Hot Rod.
Oh, best movie.
Cool beans.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank God. Okay.
Of course, I'm cultured at least. Wait, who's in Role Models?
Sean William Scott, Paul Rudd, the McLovin, Elizabeth Banks.
That's
he had more movies outside of Superbad?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the only other like kind of decent movie he did. It's more than decent.
Does that guy have a cameo?
Oh,
isn't it Christopher
Mintz-Plasse? Yeah, hold on.
I think he should legally change his name to McLovin.
It doesn't look like he does. Doesn't look like he. Unless I could just search it for McLovin.
No, because you have to provide your government name.
Well.
Oh, Mintz-Plasse.
Well, regardless, he doesn't have. He doesn't have cameo.
I forgot that he does music stuff too. He's a musician.
That sounds unfortunate.
He's got pink hair in this photo from 2023.
That's the energy I love, Jeremy. That's the energy
he wasn't
that
Kick-Ass.
needs to
Kick-Ass
exist more in wrestling media.
Apparently, he was in Trolls too.
Well, that's animated, so like, no one knows.
Fair. I get it. Anyway, he's doing okay. That Chris Mintz-Plasse.
Yeah, he's living off that McLovin money. We should all be so fortunate.
It's true.
Honestly,
we should all be.
Yeah. Wasn't he like dripping in millions from that movie?
Probably.
Yeah, I bet those royalty checks probably still come in too. Like he's probably still making money off that movie.
Is he doing conventions? He should.
I'm sure he is.
But there comes a point where you kind of want to move past that moniker, right?
Who the fuck wants to move past money? That sounds dumb as hell to me.
Oh, I was listening to an interview with Molly Ringwald. And she's like, she didn't want to be known as the teenage it girl. She wanted to move on from that. So she moved to France. She moved to Paris and like started doing not teenage stuff there.
Yeah, so she was in My Teenage Pregnancy with Shailene Woodley, the god-awful show on ABC Family, and that's what she became known for.
I mean, she did other things too, but it's fine.
Accept what you get in life, especially if it brings you a bunch of money.
I think Wanda Strike said that it's good to be typecast because then you just have a job. You're booked all the time.
Yeah.
There's multiple ways to look at it. Like there is that way, but there's also the artist way where you don't want to be pigeonholed and typecast and therefore always working the same role. And therefore your creative vision is unfulfilled. I get it. I understand. It's like covering wrestling full time. That shit gets boring after a while. You want to branch out, do something else.
Yes. The artists with the guitars in the background.
Yeah, exactly. You think I like playing everyone else's music all the time? No, sometimes I got to play music I make.
Yeah, sometimes you can't play Mr. Brightside all the time.
10 years of that every night.
What were you doing? Why did you play it for 10 years?
Shut up. Because I needed the.
Why'd you tell me to shut up? I don't know.
Because I needed money. Because I needed.
Was it like a cover band or a karaoke live band?
Yeah, it's always cover bands.
I wasn't judging. I was just asking.
You were judging, Ms.
No, I wasn't. Get your bag.
Oh, okay.
Get your bag. Wait, first of all, you're saying that you should branch out, but you played Mr. Brightside for 10 years?
Yes, but here's the thing. I wasn't playing it every single day for 10 years. There's a line that you do create for yourself where you separate your creativity from playing the same role all the time and being typecast and doing different creative outlets that fulfill you and potentially make you money. There is a line there. For some people, the line is, I will do the same thing for the rest of my life and make my money and do minimal outside of that. But there are other people who are like, okay, I'm sick of this shit. I'm going to go do something completely different and hope that it catches on.
And with that mindset, you got into wrestling?
No, with the pandemic, I got into wrestling.
Oh, gotcha.
Pay me the most amount of money to do the least amount of work. That's the life I'm trying to live, okay?
an accurate statement.
And you're doing it very well so far.
I'm trying. I do too much work, sadly.
Yeah, I was gonna say
This show,
he's working very hard.
this show is not work, but everything else I do is too much work. But whatever. Joel, you ever played Creep by Smashing Pumpkins?
All
No, I
right,
played
I'm
the
outta
other
here.
version. I played the original version.
That is the original version
Who sings the original version?
of Creep.
Yeah.
Billy Corgan, lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins, owner of the NWA.
Oh God.
But if you ask them about Smashing Pumpkins on a wrestling channel, people get angry at you. So be careful.
Ah,
Why?
Because we didn't ask enough wrestling questions in our interview with Billy Corgan on
Yeah,
our
that's
wrestling
what they're
channel.
here for.
Yeah, it was all. Everyone wanted to hear the same answers to the same wrestling questions. Listen, we asked them the most important question that we could. Jeremy asked about cocaine in the NWA. That's all people need to know about. And the rest, what else do you want to hear? Hey, why was Tyrus the NWA World Heavyweight Champion for so long? What the fuck you want to hear? The same thing over and over again? He liked Tyrus and he likes Fox News. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
So that's some
There's
other
not much investigating there, but the real journalism is the cocaine.
yeah.
Yes.
Why would we ask about anything else but the cocaine?
Yeah, that's what
Honestly.
people need to know about. Listen, he's a rock star. He knows the life. So he was all about answering that question.
Yeah, he was on The Simpsons.
That's right. Sean
Yeah,
asked him
right.
about The Simpsons once upon a time. They didn't need to hear that again.
No, that's-
Wrestling needs more cocaine, for being honest about things.
Wrestling
It's
needs
true.
more cocaine.
Yeah, that's why they hired Thea Hale. I call her sentient cocaine. She is as if cocaine came to life and got a gimmick. Did you see her last night? She just smacks the stairs and looks up. And says, no, she didn't say that, but she just had that look on her face. So, no, you will
She should say
not
that.
use the tape. No. She's
That should
sentient
be her
cocaine.
catchphrase. Just in your Jay Leno impression voice.
Allegedly, Jay Leno. Let's not lie.
Jay
to the
Leno,
people.
Mike Tyson crossover voice.
It's Thea Hale. She's sentient cocaine.
You cannot tell me that's Jay Leno. What?
Someone earlier in the chat got it. It's my impression of Letterman doing Leno.
That's not true either.
It is.
It's
Have you
just
ever-
a
it's
bad
Letterman and
impression.
Conan. That's what it is, though. That's the point of it. It's
It's just a
Letterman
voice.
or Conan doing Leno.
It's a voice. It's not good, is what
Yeah,
it
it's
truly is.
I think you're going a little too like high in the voice.
That's the point. Because
Joel,
otherwise,
don't defend this. Don't defend this, Joel.
It's
It's just
a
bad.
caricature. It's not a real Leno impression. Do we do real Leno impressions here? Do we do real impressions here?
Yeah. And
Jeremy,
about
what's your best impression?
Tony Khan.
Go off.
Tony Khan. Well, tune in an hour from now and
Alright.
you'll hear it.
We'll see.
I don't give it away, just at any point in the show. Here, this isn't a scoop for anybody, but Tony Khan does these media calls and everything, right?
What? Really?
Yeah, allegedly.
Huh.
And we of course cover them for the site, and I always ask like, all right, whatever you want written, Sean, just let me know. And then Sean's like, do Tony Khan, Tony Khan says AEW Double or Nothing's going to be great. He says it's going to be a great show. He wanted this quote transcribed from Tony during the Double or Nothing media call. I didn't transcribe the quote. I just typed out the entire quote of like what Tony would say. And everyone was just like, oh my God, he actually transcribed that quote word for word. I was like, no, I just know what Tony says when he does this because everything's just great. We got a great show for everybody. It's going to be tremendous. We got a great lineup, triple main event. Mercedes Moné, so great to have her back in the ring. She's going to be taking on Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale's been a great TBS champion for us. It's going to be a great match. You just got to say great every third word. That's all you got to do with
Yeah.
Tony.
It's a great
A lot of
question.
hands. Yeah.
Tony Khan is like the doll with the pull string. That's what he is. He just says the same thing over and over again. We got the best wrestling in the world. Best wrestling in the business.
We're the best
It's all
wrestler.
great.
Yeah.
Great wrestling. Great stuff.
It's great.
Great cocaine. All that
Everything's
stuff.
great.
No, the great cocaine is the NWA. But hey, I don't know where people get their stuff. It's fun. Listen,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
yes. Alex gets it. Allegedly.
Listen.
Not trying to get sued.
I have to. I have to bring on our other guest.
All right.
So I
I'm outta
gotta
here.
let you go for now. But we're gonna do our family feud. I think we've put it together. Now we just have to make it actually happen.
Yeah, we'll brainstorm together.
Deal. Let's talk about
All three of our heads, all three of our brains make just like one brain.
Yeah.
not even no.
Yeah.
Mine
And
is
by
like
the
the
way,
center.
I'm blaming Corey for this. Yes. Yeah. No, it is. Corey was
Thanks,
all like,
Corey.
yeah,
I'm out
Corey-
of here. Guess I'm fired.
Yeah. It acted like that. Yeah, Corey, you did that. You should feel awful.
Yeah, Corey, go buy my cameo. I don't have a cameo.
I was about to ask, could you just get a cameo just for this?
Nobody wants me to do a cameo at all. Like, at all. Although it'd be fun to do a cameo and it's just roasting people. That'd be
That
fun.
would be good.
Everybody's into something.
Maybe I should put that behind the OnlyFans. Anyway,
Making money. Alex,
See you later.
plug your stuff. Please come on again, would you?
youtube.com/Queen of the Ring Wrestling. That's where you can find all of my silly videos. _ Queen of the Ring on Instagram. I made a video comparing X-Men to wrestlers. So if you're into that, go watch it. All the good stuff. Joshi
Come back.
info on that as well.
Come back. Let's just talk X-Men. Joel has no idea what's going on because he didn't watch X-Men 97 because he's a little
Joel,
bitch.
what the
but
fuck?
Joel
Yeah,
has no
see?
time during the day.
Joel always blames his stuff on time. And then earlier in the show, Joel's like, I don't have any time. But earlier in the show, he's like, I don't do anything on Tuesdays. Which one is it, Joel?
I run errands on Tuesdays. Someone has to keep my household afloat. It's me.
Joel,
I'm
listen,
the errand
you
boy.
have-
It's me.
listen, you have a 2-year-old. Turn off the Bluey and turn on X-Men
That-
97.
Yeah,
That
Bluey's
kid
a
ain't wearing-
fucking asshole anyway.
That kid watches no screens. We are not in that business. That's not us. Kid loves to
Bluey's
read.
suck.
The kid literally says, "Mommy, take me to the library." That's what he does. Never daddy. Daddy's
Good,
not
so let him read and then watch X-Men.
I
Yeah.
tried once upon a time.
Put an
All I'm hearing is
encyclopedia in front of
excuses
him.
and not solutions, Joel.
Listen, if you make my dinners, I will watch X-Men.
Do you like Marvel? Do you like X-Men?
I was more of a Spider-Man kid, but X-Men's fine.
Okay.
See what I deal with 3 days a week, Alex?
I am aware that this
sorry.
sounds pompous when I say this. We're not in that business.
No, it's a good thing. You're not rotting that kid's brain.
No, he's gonna wait until he's at least 4 years old for that.
Now it's just
4?
beating
Yeah,
him
we're
with
just
a
gonna
fridge
waste
door.
his.
It's too late.
It's okay.
Late
Liz,
bloomer.
Listen. See, not the only one. I'll get to it. I will. I'll get to it.
Hurry up.
Jay Nays is like Australian or something, though. He doesn't count.
They count.
Do they even have Disney Plus down under?
Yeah, it's still a couple years away, I assume.
Listen, if it's not, then NordVPN.
Don't even bring up Ella's comment. She has no taste. Absolutely none.
That's true.
So
That's
she
true.
doesn't count
No, that
either.
is true.
Ella,
Yeah.
how are we friends?
That's the question. With Ella, it's like, you are great, but your taste in everything is questionable. Everything. Silently judging you. This is what we do on the YouTube. We just silently judge. It's
Love
just
you, Ella.
it's 2 hours of Jeremy and I staring into a camera disapprovingly. Could we do that?
Honestly, I like the dynamic. Joel, you're like upbeat, super great host. Jeremy, you're not here for a long time, but a good time.
Is that the show?
Pretty much.
That's the vibe I get when I watch.
Is that how the show works?
Someone
I do agree that Joel is a great host. That's why I like keeping him around, because he does the hosting portion and I can just
Yeah.
go in and out with the nonsense.
You're the comedy relief.
That's what I try to be. I'm talking about wrestling. Who could possibly care about wrestling? You know?
Apparently, I don't know, 129 people that are
sounds
watching
awful.
right now.
That sounds
Are you guys high? Wait, it's 11
Off
a.m.
cocaine.
It's cocaine. What do you think I had for breakfast this morning?
okay. You know
Cocaine.
what?
Cocaine.
You know what, Jay Nays? Shout out to you. I do need to. I have not watched the Knuckles on Paramount. I want to though.
They were saying there's an episode I specifically need to watch. They mentioned that in the comments yesterday. I need to get on that one.
What is that, Sonic?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Sonic's
watched
big
any
in this
movies.
household.
Whoa, I'm sorry. I didn't know this was the house that Sonic built.
I got 12 kids. What do you expect?
You have 12 kids?
Yeah.
What is up with these wrestling media people having kids
Listen,
that I don't know of? Not that I need to know, but
we are all poor, and therefore we all put our pressure on our children to make the money we don't make in wrestling media.
oh my god, you're
What
in
do you think,
wrestling media and you have 12 kids and you're providing?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far. It's more like a panhandling, but semantics. So super chats. Everybody send in your super chats. Chi-Town Spurs says love Radiohead. Never mind. It's one of my favorite albums.
Good album.
I'm going to.
And that's how we got Alex to completely lose her shit. All right, come back soon, would you? I'm gonna bring Corey on next.
Bye, Alex. Thank you for
Bye,
joining us.
guys.
We'll do Family Feud soon.
Yes, we absolutely have to Family Feud. All right, Corey Brennan's here. We're going to talk about NXT, aren't we? Or at least we're going to talk
That
about
sounds
the news.
dumb.
I know, but people come to us for two things: TNA news and NXT news, and we got
No, they
both.
don't.
We got both in spades after last night. Corey, hello.
Nobody
Hello.
comes to
No
us
one
for
cares
either.
about news.
No.
No one cares about news at all.
No one likes the news. People don't subscribe to Fightful Select for scoops. They actually subscribe specifically for sour graps. And on their exit interviews, their problem isn't sour graps. The problem is actually that there isn't enough sour graps. So they want more Alex and more Kate. That's been the problem all along.
I mean, yeah, but also screw Kate. She's a coward. Anyway.
Wait, hold on. I can get behind this. Let's talk about that.
Are you not aware of the very long-standing bit that, well, you're saying all this about sour graps, but you don't watch sour graps? Is that what you're telling me?
I used to watch sour
Who
graps.
could possibly watch that show? It's
Yeah.
15 hours long. If
Yeah.
I wanted to watch a 15-hour show that doesn't excite me, I'll tune into AEW's monthly pay-per-views.
So I've said this before. I used to watch sour graps when I would hate clean my apartment. I would rage clean my apartments because Alex would be the best person in my head to listen to all the angry things I did while I cleaned up the bathtub. Now, I don't hate wrestling as well. I mean, I do, but I don't hate it on the same level. Like that level up discussion that I told you both was stupid about Kel Dixon being on the show a week after he got the shit kicked out of him. I find that funny. Alex finds that infuriating. That's the difference between all of us right now. Kel Dixon in a hospital, full body cast, probably. Show was taped 2 weeks ago. He's fine.
Yeah, he was taped 2 weeks ago. It was a taped match. He still is not wrestled since Braun Breaker gave him severe upper body and lower body injuries and a cracked dome. That was the report on Raw.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Like you said, though, Alex, when he sees something, like when we see some dumb shit happening in wrestling, a lot of us just go, "That's wrestling." When Alex sees it, it pretty much offends him to his very core, and it's very entertaining. I will say that.
That's what we're
I
here
respect
for.
that Alex likes to keep that stuff alive and likes the logic. We can't all just be beaten down of like, this is dumb. Moving on.
Where's the story?
Someone has to appreciate the logic.
He's blocked and unblocked me like 4 times in the last week because I just keep calling at him. I think I should get the message.
Fair.
He personally holds me responsible for Nia Jax winning Queen of the Ring, which I think is unfair, but yeah.
We sat here for weeks saying it could happen. That it would make sense. That just shows that Alex doesn't watch our show. He's too busy not liking our program.
Again, fair. Why would anybody watch this show? What are we doing?
That is fair. I wouldn't like our show either.
What's happening? Corey, why are you here? What are we talking about?
I don't know. I was originally going to talk about NXT, but every time that you guys have talked about NXT, you shit on it. So maybe I should just start shitting on it.
Well, Joel doesn't watch NXT, so
it's going to change now. I imagine, though. I think that might change now.
Will it though? What am I going to do? I'm going to watch Jordynne Grace squash somebody. I can watch that on Thursdays.
I mean, you could watch Ethan Page, you know.
What am I going to
win
do?
the
Am I going
NXT
to watch
Championship.
Ethan Page squash somebody? I can watch that on TNA Plus. Up until like the moment he got squashed himself.
The good thing about
Did-
Ethan Page being in NXT is it opens the door for him to get killed again, because there's only one other brand and promotion other than TNA that will ever do an angle where someone gets killed. Well, we've seen that constantly with Tony D'Angelo, actually. So yeah, I can imagine Ethan Page being killed on live TV on NXT.
That's the thing with NXT. They're really, or not NXT, with TNA, is that when they kill you, they only bring you back if you are in the undead realm or Eric Young, who's basically an undead realm himself.
Eric Young's definitely unique in that regard.
Eamon de Valera says you're doing a great job, Corey. Down with Kate. Why is this person from the 30s saying you're good? Why are we laughing about that?
Oh my god, that's fucking brilliant. Eamon de Valera is basically our version of George Washington. That's essentially who Eamon de Valera is.
That's very funny. It's like when
I like the year.
Diana used to do our thing.
That's it. Basically, Eamon de Valera is the reason that we're no longer British. And then he was our first president, basically. So that's exactly, that just popped the hell out of me. That's funny.
This is what I love about our show. We are educational, if nothing else. Look at us. We're learning about Irish history now.
Everyone's learning about Irish history through me. Like, literally, there's so many times I tweet something just about Ireland. Someone's like, huh?
So, Becky Lynch, she's going to go work ICW now? Is that what we're doing?
ICW is Scottish.
Same
Sure.
thing. It's the
Same
same
thing.
thing. It's functionally the same thing.
Same thing. If it's not the United States, it's European. That's how I view everything.
Listen, House said it once before. You put the Queen on your money, you're Canadian or you're British.
Fuck. Also not on our money either, bitch.
It's fine.
No, the fun fact about the Euro, just because we're here, it's also apparently the sign of the devil in Devil's Due. If you've ever seen that awful movie, apparently the sign of the devil is the Euro.
For those who need a little Irish to American, North American, he said Devil's Due. It just came out as Devil's Jew.
Okay. Enunciation is hard for the accent, okay? Allow it. I've said this a million times. I'm getting sick of people mocking it. I can't say 3 properly. I get it. Leave me alone.
That sounded proper.
Yeah,
because when I first started talking to like English people a lot and stuff like that, they used to rip the shit out of me. So I used to always overthink it and be like 3, and practice it because they would just get so annoying. And then I say 3, and then they're like, "Oh, do you mean 3?" It's really annoying.
Sorry, I just got a very weird. We're going to talk about this later. I just got invited online to a wedding.
This sounds terrible.
Yeah,
2024.
They are doing the hokey as shit. Anyway, we're not going to talk about it here.
Okay.
So where is Becky going?
I have no fucking idea, but apparently people get really, really upset when you make a Photoshop and say with very explicit terms, I really don't think this is going to happen, but I wanted to make this for fun. Apparently that really annoys people for some reason.
Well, yeah, because you're the guy who's supposed to be reporting news, not ideas.
I've been making graphics way longer than I've been doing freaking news reporting. My Twitter is testament to that. I'm not going to change who I am for shit. That's why I meme so much, and that probably annoys people a lot as well, but I don't care. It pops me. I go with the Jeremy approach of if it pops me, and that's all I give a crap.
That sounds terrible. No one should want to. Don't follow my advice. That's awful.
I found that working with Fightful is very much of don't be like me. It's been said a lot.
No, first of all, I think everyone should be like me because the world would be a much interestingly more worse place if you all became like me. Okay, don't ask questions or sources. Just speculate rampantly. Just say things. Be the smartest person in the room, but don't at the same time. Fill your life with anxieties that you cannot understand, and your therapist will never fully, completely, and capture because you don't talk about it fully and honestly. And Anyway, be like me.
That sounds
Yeah.
terrible too.
But here we are, Jeremy.
I also can't enjoy when there is stuff that surprises me, as I found out last night. I genuinely had no freaking idea about either of the surprises last night. I knew something was going on, and Sean teased me about this last night. He was teasing me because I messaged him and I was like, "There's something going on here. Can you like help me out a little here?" And he goes, "That's part of the game, brother." That's all he said to me. And then the minute Jordynne showed up, because as Sean explained, he worked out a deal with Jordynne to get more information, so he knew in advance about the Rumble. So my first instinct when she showed up was to, in all caps, message Sean, "You better not fucking know about that." But yeah, like last night was one of those really weird nights in this job where I genuinely had no idea what was going on. And it infuriated the hell out of me. It's so infuriating.
I'm more upset that the person who attacked Trick wasn't actually Nakamura.
It's a case of when I got told the two placeholders last night. It was Lita for Jordynne and then Shinsuke for Ethan. But it was genuinely when Jordynne showed up, I was kind of like, maybe Nakamura wasn't a placeholder. Maybe they went completely like, oh yeah, definitely not going to happen. It's only a placeholder. I thought people had gotten played. My sources basically gotten played for a minute, but obviously it didn't turn out to be the case. And Ethan showed up, and the camera missed him. The camera missed him initially, and he had to pop into frame, which I think was pretty funny. Like,
I mean, my favorite part was at the end of the show when the cameraman said to Ethan, "Hold up the belt." And you could very clearly hear it if you're wearing headphones. You just hold up the title, hold up the belt. It's like, oh.
I heard that, and I was just like, "Oh God, someone's going to get absolutely yelled at, and it's definitely not going to be Ethan."
It's fine. No one's paying attention unless you're really paying attention.
Vic Joseph clearly hadn't been paying attention. He's like, wasn't he in AE? No, he was in RO. AE. Been on that product in forever.
For some weird reason, people thought that Vic just said that because it came off the cuff. Guys, there's no chance in hell that there's a near AEW mention on WWE programming that doesn't get absolutely vetted and go, yeah, you can say that, but you're definitely not finishing it.
I like the idea that Vic Joseph thinks that saying "holy shit" would get him pulled off the air, when in reality, if he was said "holy f" and then pulled it back, that would have been funnier. But instead, he's like, "I almost got pulled off the air." I'm like, "What are you going to say? Holy sneakies? Like, what are we talking about here?"
What about Pat McAfee on Monday? Like, what about Pat? Same network, and Pat was just saying shit. Bitch,
he's a big son of a bitch. He's a son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I was in hell.
Your Pat McAfee impression is so much better than your alleged Jay Leno impression.
Yeah, I wanted to say that.
Stop it. Stop it.
Feels like Jay Leno in Ted 2 when he pops up out of the bathroom and he's all like, oh.
It's very funny watching commentary on any wrestling show kind of like conduct each other, because there is an art to it, right? They're watching the screens, they're seeing what's happening, but meanwhile, if you actually like watch them, they're grabbing at each other to give themselves cues, and you'll see it on NXT. You see it everywhere. And I think JR has told the story, or maybe Cole's told the story about like a 3-man booth and like having to pass the squeezes along and try to coordinate that. And you could see it last night. It was in full effect whenever they did the shot with Jordynne Grace making her not debut, because she was coming back, her appearance. You saw them like grabbing at each other's arms. It was very funny, and almost like they're excited but also trying to do the game. It's very funny.
Yeah, I think there's a part of that that's just a lot, especially in NXT. I think a good part of that is Vic trying to have to guide Booker through a lot of stuff, because that man just says whatever pops into his head and doesn't have any filter when he's on commentary.
The same 4 things, Corey. It's shucky ducky quack quack. Oh yeah man. And there's like a 4th one that he kind of alternates.
A very long groan usually.
Yeah.
Which was kind of uncomfortable when Sexy Red was twerking all over the place and Booker T was just groaning very loudly, and it was very uncomfortable. And I really wish they wouldn't do that. But yeah, like you said, the cues are kind of a thing that I've really picked up on a lot since kind of getting into media, especially. It's something that I've really noticed. And I think it's something that you don't really necessarily notice in AEW as much, mainly because there's
That's the one.
Bro, Booker
Usually
T
follow the-
rules. I won't tolerate any Booker T slander on it. That man, this is why I'm talking about. That man shows up, he hits his marks, gets paid, gets the hell out of there.
Orders
Nothing
his
but respect.
orders
Start
his dinner
shit.
before the show ends.
Yeah,
Makes sure it's at
nothing
his
but
hotel room.
respect. for Booker.
start shit with a guy who has a rep for having backstage stuff, even though it never happened. You know, just getting that work in. Gotta
He's
get it
just
in.
doing it for clicks and views, brother. You know how the internet
What? Why is everyone talking about something I said that there's more to a story to?
is. It's a gaslighting son of a bitch.
We're all looking for the guy who did this here.
That gaslighting son of a bitch.
Booker rules.
Oh,
Again, the Pat McAfee impressions are perfect.
Pat and Booker T on a pre-show panel.
That might be too much. I don't. Nobody's calling the match at that
Put
point.
Punk in between them and let them just put Punk in the middle and just let Punk just sit there and just hate everything.
Corey Graves. You got Graves running points with Booker T and Pat McAfee, and you are in hell.
I loved last night as well when Jada Parker was on commentary. Vic was trying to like talk to her and be nice to her, and all this. She goes, Booker told me you're a snitch, and Booker just looks with this big wide-eyed look at her like, why'd you tell him that? It's just brilliant. It really feels like a lot of NXT, and I feel like this is a kind of a thing in general with WWE commentary, especially since Vince stopped yelling in everyone's ear. It's a lot more like natural and a lot more fun, I think. And I think that came with Pac kind of coming and kind of made everyone kind of realize, yeah, we can have fun while doing this.
They should. More cans. Get a cough button while you're at it.
Yeah. Mute your
God.
mic. Come on, Corey.
Yeah, I got grief for doing that last night when I was trying to type. I was trying to get more like stuff to talk about, and then
Control
I was typing, and I
D.
realized, yeah, I didn't. Okay, I didn't know that was the hot button. Now I know.
That is-
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sean.
it's Control D. You hover,
Thank you,
over the
John.
mute, you hover over the mute button. It says Control plus D. You want to stop your camera? Control plus E. Listen, got to teach people how to work this damn gimmick. Anyway,
Oh, for God's sake! Look who's coming here to bury me again.
hey Sean,
It's eggs and oatmeal today.
eggs together or separately?
Not together.
I feel like that'd be a bad combination.
That would be a
I've
bad
never ate
combination.
oatmeal.
I feel like I
Never
should
in
eat
my
right
life.
since Jordynne Grace pulled out a Black Label Pro and they need a suitable replacement.
Oh, is it gonna be you?
I think I know.
I
it.
doubt it. It isn't a match with Shaza though, so I guess the chance is above 0%.
Pretty good percentage.
You got to get that win back, brother.
I do. I did make her lose at Monster Factory, so I guess that.
Yeah, but you were
counts for-
supposed to help her win
Yeah, I
on
know.
that.
So I did that battle royal it was over a month ago now. And when I
Yeah.
got there, they're like, "Oh, how long do you want to be in this?" And I was like, "Just tell me how long you want me in." And they go, "Oh, the whole time." And I thought that battle royal lasted like 10, 15 minutes. It was 30 minutes I was in there.
That was
I don't
your
even
fault.
I don't even stay on my own shows for 30 minutes anymore.
We just
That
did
was-
it as a rib.
That was your fault. You should have just been like, I want to be here for like 5 seconds. Just
That's how
let
I
me hit a
felt.
spot and eliminate me.
I saw that clip, the Kevin Nash, we did it as a rib, and Jeremy will be the only one to get this here. But when John Calipari left Kentucky and they couldn't find anybody else, that clip was circulating on Kentucky basketball Twitter. Go figure.
Jeez. How's your morning, Sean? You're up earlier than yesterday, or
got a
Monday, I guess
headache.
we were. Me too.
Yeah,
The
I
pressure.
got a headache. Got a couple interviews tomorrow. That should be fun.
Anybody that you can talk about, or are we waiting until you announce them?
Yeah, I got Santana tomorrow and Evan of Who Killed WCW. I watched the first episode of Who Killed WCW. I think people will like its direction based on what I saw. It's a lot more like Guy Evans' book than it is like the WWE documentaries. So
Yes, Brian Gewirtz said they used Guy Evans' book as a big reference point for it.
They should.
And that
It's
it
really
wasn't
good.
just straight, and it wasn't just straight WWE history. How much you want to put into Brian Gewertz's words?
Why wouldn't you these days, Jeremy? Is there a reason?
He says a lot of
clip.
things.
He'll find this clip. You know he
I
will.
know. That's fine. Well, he should come on our show.
We'd love to
great.
have him. He'd be
Yeah.
welcome.
I tried to reach out directly to him, like when he first like came back, and it was well, we got to go through WWE or $7 type of thing, and I was like, well, damn.
Will Chisholm's asking about the Jordynne Grace deprives, but I'm just going to leave that as the
I don't know how long the WOD was planned.
Listen, I'm not.
Will, I'll be finding that out within the next couple hours, I would imagine, because I've got a lot of interesting information regarding that. Somebody's asking, Sean, you grabbing those Young Bucks Reeboks? So I feel conflicted there. Like, I'm a shoe guy, and I'm specifically a Reebok pump guy. Like, I love Reebok pumps, but I'm like, damn, I feel like I can't go out and get those. Somebody wants to send me a pair, they can.
I mean,
Get them and don't say, you don't have to brag if you get them, Sean. Just get them and keep it to yourself.
And don't wear them.
Keep them to myself. I wear the shoes that I buy.
Yeah, but don't wear them
but-
at an event where wrestling people would be.
Yeah.
Like, don't go to Dynamite wearing the Young Buck sneakers. Go to
Well, who's
SmackDown.
gonna
wearing them.
appreciate
Do you know who
that?
I am?
Valid. You only leave the house for SmackDown. I get it.
There you go.
Are you gonna get the little
See me
title belt, the
super
shoe
kicking
belt that goes
Shaza
with it?
McKenzie in the face with them.
Get the tax in it. You got the special edition ones. Yeah, you got to get the shoe belt. Adrian Hernandez was on the show on Monday. You know that. He got the belts, the shoe
One of the
belts.
things I noted on Double or Nothing, like maybe I'm a wuss. When you do the Rainmaker sleeve and the shoes, I don't need those to be real thumbtacks. They could gimmick those. I would be fine with that. I didn't need to see Darby's face turned into a griddle. Like, I didn't need to see that.
Darby did though.
Yeah,
Sean-
I think he did. You're right.
Sean, since it's AEW day, can you ask somebody in AEW a very important question for me?
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell does Bryan Danielson keep losing all of these matches? Can he not?
Can he not? Oh, I thought there was going to be something else that follows.
No, can he just not?
Yeah.
Can he not
You're
lose?
literally asking someone right there.
Let's see.
I don't-
Before last night, he had won 5 straight matches.
Pay-per-view, Sean. When was Bryan Danielson's last win on pay-per-view? Pretty sure it was Wrestle Dream.
Maybe.
Loses
look.
all the time at pay-per-view. I don't count these. He couldn't even beat Satnam Singh. They couldn't even have him beat Satnam Singh. 1, 2,
that was
3.
weird.
DQ.
That was weird, huh? World's End. He won at World's End.
Oh, that little
Do
all-star
your job.
tag team. He didn't get
Do
the
your
pin.
job.
Daniel Garcia got the pin. That doesn't count. Not
He
counting
had
that
won
one.
5 straight pay-per-view matches leading
That's
up to
not
that.
true at all. That's not true. I don't believe you.
That is true.
Every person we deal with.
World's
online
End, and then he
ever.
beat Wrestle Dream, Zack Sabre. He
Beat a
Ricky Starks.
non-AEW
Hold on,
guy.
Hold on. But the problem is MJF has already come out and basically told us that everything that happened up until World's End was a fever dream. It doesn't exist. So clearly Brian's victory is tainted from World's End because it doesn't exist.
I remember one of the pitches, and I'm not going to say who made it because they're bummed about it now. But a WCW wrestler told me that they made a pitch that on the last episode of Nitro, a dream sequence played, and it ended with Surfer Sting like wiping the crust from his eyes and being like, "Did that really happen?"
Didn't I don't think I'm spoiling anything here because I feel like this is public knowledge, and I could just be wrong, but I feel like wasn't it Helms who said this?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I feel like it was Shane Helms who said
If it
this.
was, I don't want to put him on blast for it because he'll.
Oh, I could be completely wrong, but for some reason that's the name that pops into my head for that story. So, but again, I could be completely wrong on that.
Likely are.
Yeah,
Anyway,
don't source me on that, everybody.
Forbidden Door, he beat Okada. Anarchy in the Arena, they beat
New
the
Japan
Elite
guy
last
doesn't
year.
count.
They beat the Elite last year.
He didn't get the pinfall.
Now, before that, let's see. Loss. Man, it's the every other year thing, I guess. 5 wins, 5 losses, 5 wins, 5 losses.
Well, this is a very important point going back to the Sting booking. Why is Sting dreaming of Judy Bagwell on a pole?
Who among us is not?
Fair.
And I think it was a forklift.
They did put her on a forklift. It was
Listen,
Viagra.
you
that
want
was on
Judy
the pole.
Bagwell on a pole, we're talking about a completely different program.
Well, it depends when you're watching WCW.
Fair.
I know you're going to be doing a lot of reporting on the Ethan Page stuff as well, and there is a report up on Fightful Select. I will ask you, because I'm sure people will be asking, his independent dates. Are they still going as planned, or are there plans to not have them?
I will ask that. I mean, obviously Jordans are changing a little bit, and I'll say there's a good reason for that. Beyond the, I think that that weekend they're not doing the TNA tapings, but there's more to it than anybody even really knows right now, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
As my friend was they apparently announced Ethan Page and Shelton Benjamin for Prestige. This is in July. And immediately when Ethan Page showed up last night, my friend just messaged me. He's like, this match is still happening, right? Because he bought tickets to this. And I think if it's not happening, he's going to be very upset.
Prestige retweeted that match card like right after the debut too, right? So I think they're hoping they get it.
Here's the thing. What a lot of wrestlers are doing, and it's honestly it's pretty smart. They're asking for forgiveness, not for permission in that situation. Yep. And they're not letting these indie promoters know, because look what happened to Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan couldn't go to WWE without an indie promoter being like, well, he's got obligations. What obligations would that man have besides WWE?
A new movie. You got a new pet to take care of.
A giant tarantula?
Man.
Oh, not again.
And that's the day it's been. Will you take part in our Family Feud charity show, Sean? Alex, Queen of the Ring, wants to do that with us.
Who's going to be the host? Who's going to be the guy?
Alex is the host.
So Alex is the host. It's going to be Overbooked versus Main Channel. And we'll put together our all-star teams of 5.
So she's going to be Steve Harvey. So she's going to say, like, something you would ride on, and then be surprised when people go, a penis.
Judy
and she goes,
well, oh, yeah.
Can you believe that he said a penis? That she's going to be that.
Right in the butt.
This is a great one. That was so good. And that woman, that was such a genuine reaction. She goes, oh my God.
Oh, SP3, we've already decided which team are you going to be on? None of them.
Good call.
So mean. Why are you so mean to SP3? No, SP3 can replace Joel.
I know. I pulled myself out. Remember, we already got the Overbooked team, and I'm not on it.
Yeah, SP3 is replacing Joel on the team.
I'm not on a team right now.
I just said you. I know, because I just kicked you off.
Corey being here kind of made me think of something. On Wheel of Fortune, I wonder if they intentionally avoid words that have different spellings in other geographical regions. You know what I mean? Like recognize or favorite or anything like that, to make their game more global.
I don't think they do, because I just feel like they use the American spelling.
Yeah. Well, right in the butt was all spelled correctly.
But there wasn't.
No matter where
right
you are.
Right was 5 letters. It was a 4-letter word. So
well, I can't help it that Wheel of Fortune didn't know what they were doing, Jeremy.
Just it wasn't going to fit right in the butt. It just wasn't.
Whoa.
It never fits quite right. So the most morning show in morning show history is currently going on. Hope you tell your friends about In the Weeds on Fightful Overbooked, because that's what we do. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 10 until noonish. There's a little wrestling talk here and there. Who knows? It ain't happening right now, though. It's not
fair. I'm also doing what do you guys want to talk about? Podcast today, because Jimmy,
That internet on Toronto Island is just awful. Man can't
He's-
get his moat together.
Let the man live. The Oilers lost the other night. They're down 2-1 in the series. Let Jimmy Van live.
Yeah, if there's one thing that I have inhibited, it is Jimmy Van's ability to live.
They got a big game 4 tonight. It's do or die for them. Like he's going through a lot right now. I understand where Jimmy is at mentally.
Walking around the streets of Toronto, looking
Yeah.
dejected with that Oilers mask that he was gifted.
He was gifted an Oilers mask, huh?
I think his wife was gifted him a Lucha Oilers mask.
That's pretty cool.
His
His wife is wonderful. So
yes,
what a lot of people might not know about Jimmy is that he's very successful outside of wrestling. Like, I mean, already retired. And I guess maybe I didn't have a concept of how successful until I went and visited. And his wife cornered me and she goes, "Never stop talking to him exactly the way that you talk to him." I was like, okay. And I learned that Jimmy painfully wants to just be a normal dude. He wants to be a normal dude despite his successes. But, you know, there's a lot of people that are like, oh no, if I tell him to kiss my fucking ass, he might fire me, which might happen. I don't know. I can't say that if Joel Pearl said that, he wouldn't get fired. Can't say
about
that.
that.
Fire him, please.
What's he gonna do? Strip me of the title?
Wait a second. Who's stripping?
Well, you know.
It's a good old Dukes of Hazzard with Sean William Scott bit right there. There you go.
Glad you specified which Dukes of Hazzard.
The good one.
There it is.
It's
They
a
really
really
can't
terrible
deny
movie, but there are some jokes in there that I'm just like, okay, that's good. If it wasn't a strip mine, it'd be a strip mall.
He's our boss.
Jesus.
Christ.
I just gave him. I gave Corey shit about not finding the mute button. I gotta do it to Sean too. Control D. You find the mute button. God damn. This whole episode has just been people popping themselves.
No idea what this episode has been.
We're supposed to talk. We have found a way to talk about everything, but nothing all at the same time.
Talked about anything.
We have become an episode of Seinfeld, but funny. Here we are.
I was supposed to come
Wow.
on and talk about NXT and think the most
Ah,
I did was talk
that
about
was the
Booker
first
being
mistake.
Booker.
That's NXT.
That was your first mistake. Thought we were talking about NXT.
Our best episode yet. Alex knows.
You ready for this one? Here's one of the
No.
great
Oh,
one of the
God.
great jokes that ages, of course, wonderfully from Dukes of Hazzard. Do you know why tornadoes and blondes are so much alike?
Something about blowing, I assume.
Luke Duke says no, and Uncle Jesse replies, "At first, there's a lot of sucking and blowing, and then you lose your house."
Yes. Yeah. That sounds about right.
God.
Sure, Jessica Simpson sold that joke very well in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure she wasn't on camera for that part of the movie.
I don't know. I don't know.
I won't read this one out loud. Even this one's too much for me. But I'll put it in the private chat.
Nothing here can go.
Any of
well.
you all want to handle that one?
Let's take a look.
Luke Duke, you thinking about throwing that? Uncle Jesse, oh, I'm going to throw it. I was thinking about pussy.
There we go.
Over enunciation on pussy. Perfect.
Why are divorces so expensive? Because they're worth it. Amazing. Amazing. I bet it just killed it at the box office. Let's see.
Yep.
Did that come out in 04?
Get it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're old. 20 years later, baby.
My God.
I don't think I ever watched
05. I knew it was 05. There's no way. They
Not much
They did revisit the Super Troopers getting pulled over bit though in that movie, which is a nice one. Wow, it actually did pretty good at the box office. It made 100.
I believe it did. Like Sean William Scott was a star at that time. Jessica Simpson was like that's peak Jessica Simpson.
That man got hosed. Like because there are no R-rated comedies anymore, Sean William Scott's career kind of went down. People need to go watch The Goon. That movie is so good.
Oh, I was literally about to mention The Goon. He was so
The
good in that.
most Sean William Scott has been referenced in a show in like 20 years because we talked about role models earlier. So we are
so
very
good.
It's a great movie, but we're all stuck in the same time frame. And Hot Rod is also one of the best movies.
Hot Rod's amazing. You want to talk about great movie quotes from role models? "We are the Chipmunks ass butt" is one of the great all-time quotes in any movie. "Go get me some orange juice. None of that from concentrate shit." That's a great one. Man.
You see the dick. You see his gun is his dick.
Every Paul Rudd movie had some like storyline where there was a band that brought people together for like 4 years. And I was like, we can stop with this. I've heard too much Rush and Kiss.
How about Wings? How do you feel about Wings? Love
Wings.
Down
There you go.
Seed Street.
One of the greatest bits about that movie is the guy that starts to sing it. They go, "That's not Wings." And if you look at the credits, it's a fake song that they wrote up and they named the band Not Wings, which is very good.
Sean, have you heard of Creep by Smashing Pumpkins?
I've not.
No.
You
You should listen to that song.
Stop it. Stop making it worse.
I got a message from, I don't know what her position is here now. Your wife says, "I like Ronnie's version better. I like how it evokes the concept of ass and butt."
My wife loves that movie.
It is the best.
You know what?
movie.
Just for that one, she gets a 3-stroke handicap at the next mini golf function. She earned it.
We're going to what's the legit name of the Jesus golf? It was
Fairway to
something-
Heaven. It's
Fairway to Heaven.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
great.
When we go to Jesus golf, we'll do this. Or when you guys come here for SummerSlam in Cleveland, we'll do some mini golfing.
No love for Toronto mini golf.
Gives a fuck about Toronto.
Do they do it there?
Probably. I couldn't tell you where, but it exists.
The conversion rate on your scores is just painful.
No, listen, just because you get a 25% discount doesn't mean we can't.
You know.
Speaking of which, I'm going to book my hotels for Montreal today.
I probably need to book Chicago. I'm going there to visit for Black Label Pro next week.
Well, all right. Oh, look at that. The
Not
scoops
the
are
rest.
in. We'll see.
See you guys later.
Take
Bye,
care,
Sean.
Sean. What is this show?
I don't know. We got other stuff. Okay.
Caden says Becky's actually filling the Red Bull seats. I assume this is an F1 joke.
Never gonna happen.
Does anyone watch the cars in this chat? Other than the
I
guy
do.
on the screen with us. I know you like to play the video games and talk about the things.
Which is
They got a
very
video
entertaining.
game? That actually sounds pretty sweet.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Driving games rule.
It's great
Is it
until
good?
they change the mechanics every single goddamn year because EA Sports can't make a simulator if to save their
Oh.
lives. But
Oh, it's an EA Sports game. Never mind.
yeah,
Although I am really looking forward to the college football game that comes out in like a month, a little over a month. I think it comes out in July.
even as someone who's Irish and who has very little understanding of American football, I'm probably going to end up buying that game just for the
I'm-
hype around it alone.
I'm going to spend so much time. I'm not doing this show at all. Whatever day that game comes out, that's all I'm doing. I'm playing that. I ain't doing this dumb show. Not working that day. I just should go ahead and schedule that day off. I'm going to put that in our staff chat now. When was this college football game come out?
Yeah. Give me the date so I can plan ahead.
What
Yeah,
day does it actually come out? Why is this information so hard to find online?
Potential
Where's
July 12,
Ask Mike Straw.
2024.
He'll know.
July
Straw
12 is what
doesn't.
I'm here. What I'm seeing.
what day is that? Is that a Monday, Tuesday?
I don't know.
I assume it's like
I'm also
Friday.
seeing July 16th, so maybe it's
That's probably early access. Is probably
That'd be-
July
yeah,
12th.
EA always.
7.
July 7th. What is all this misinformation?
So many different.
So many different games.
To be fair, there's so many different versions as well that they probably all have different release dates as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking on the PlayStation website, and EA Sports College Football 25. First of all, $99.99.
Yeah, that's like the deluxe edition stuff. You can get early access July 16th. The
Okay.
worldwide launch is July 19th, which is probably what I'm going to end up getting.
So you're gonna get the 19th?
Yeah, I don't like paying just to pay 3 days early. I don't like paying extra for that. That's
Well,
dumb.
anyway, that's a Friday,
Depends
so
on the game.
you got a pretty good idea to take Friday off and just go do that.
I'll do this show. I'll do this show, but it's just gonna be me playing the game the entire time. But I'm not gonna like stream it. It's just gonna like I'm just gonna be like this. Yeah, Joel, great matches on SmackDown tonight.
It's gonna be funny when we talk about AEW Dynamite, and you're just like, yes, and you know who won, even though you didn't watch the show.
No, I'll watch Dynamite. That's on a Wednesday. The game's not out before then.
Yeah, but I'm saying you could probably do a gimmick where you don't watch the show and still get every match order right.
That's every single show, Joel.
That is
Everyone-
a valid concern.
Everyone loves when Alex and Kate do that with the Saudi shows. You guys should do it with the AEW shows.
You think I actually
No.
watch these wrestling shows?
Nobody really does.
That sounds dumb.
No.
What did I watch
Jamie-
last night? I watched the Mavericks and the Timberwolves on TNT.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. We gotta talk about this. Yes, these are great racing cartoon games. That's what you want. Mario Kart,
I agree.
Crash and Racing, Team Sonic Racing. That's the shit right there. I'm still playing Mario Kart on my Switch, and it's not because I'm too lazy to switch the game cartridges. No, it's because I'm too lazy to switch the game cartridges. But I get involved every time I play, and I do well. I just want to unlock every character and every thing. I'm a completionist. It's a problem.
There's
Can't
also
do
this like Disney one out. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but it's like a free to play Disney like Mario Kart version, and they just announced Kermit is going to be part of it, which is just crazy to me. Kermit in a
The
car
Reddit
radio.
insider, Kermit?
No, but I should probably try and fucking find out where he gets his shit from, because that fucker always has the weirdest shit.
It's
out of
actually
nowhere.
Randy Orton. Kermit is actually Randy Orton, and for some reason, just knows. Randy Orton, big on Reddit. Get this shit over. Diddy Kong Racing, by the way, great game.
That would explain why he constantly buries Def Rebel every time they try and give him a remix. He reads that shit. He knows what people do. You think that man comes in with his history of injuries and all that? He comes in, does everything he wants to do, and you think you're going to change the team that he loves? Get out of here.
I'm here to watch the burial.
I'll bury Def Rebel all day, but they do have a couple of good ones, and I did like Kyrie's new team. So
Yeah, well, what's that thing about a blind nut, blind squirrel, blind nuts? Blind
Nuts.
nut tastes
blind nut. That's
a blind nut finds a squirrel.
I don't think we can talk about blind nuts. I think that's like
They don't sponsor us, so we're not going to do that.
Is Blind Nut? Is that a what's?
That's a band. They sang No Rain.
oh, I had no idea. I was just making a really bad innuendo.
No, don't
That's
worry. So were we.
That's not true.
Who
They
sang
don't
No
sing No
Rain, Jeremy
Rain.
Lambert?
Blind Melon, right?
No, it's Blind Nuts. Why aren't you paying attention?
Smashing Pumpkins.
It is
obviously.
Blind Melon.
Yeah, it is Blind.
Isn't? Yeah, it's Blind Melon. I actually know that one. Do they sing Creep?
Yes, they do.
Okay. All right. What are we doing?
Oh, we're still talking. Are we still talking about NXT? Because we've been talking about NXT way too
We're
much.
done with NXT. We
I
gotta
don't
get
think
out.
we ever did. I don't
Yeah.
think we really.
Great. I'm glad we did this. Best episode we've ever done.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys get back to what you guys do best on In the Weeds,
Nothing.
and that's not talk about wrestling.
Yeah,
We got to talk about a couple of things, but other than that,
absolutely nothing.
let's go. Listen,
In-
listen, Corey, go to sleep. You have not slept.
2 hours is the new 8. Definitely
Fair.
in this industry and this anyway, and with my time zone differences.
Stop it. Stop it. Go to bed.
You're not my dad.
Could be, given the age discrepancy.
Wait, how old are you then?
Old enough.
Good answer.
The only answer you all need to know. My birthday's on Saturday. Plan accordingly.
Everyone always gets so surprised, like it's when they ask me, it's like, "Why age are you?" I'm like, 25. It's like, what?
I'm looking for a Virtual Boy for my birthday, so buy me one of those. A Nintendo Virtual Boy.
I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna
Yep.
have to...
Look it up, find it, buy it, and send it to me.
If that's an older one, the oldest shit that I know game console wise is like a Game Boy, dude.
Yeah, which Game Boy though? Which one are we talking about? There have been many Game Boys.
The one that all the Tony Hawk games were on. That one. I can't remember exactly which one. I was way too young to remember.
Are you thinking of one that flips open like a clamshell?
Yeah.
Okay, now go back like 20 years before that, and you'll have Game Boy.
Shit.
Damn kids ruining everything.
All right, gotta go check every goddamn pawn store in Ireland and still not find it. And if I do find it, it'll be about $200. Thanks, Joe.
200 sounds great. Better than what I find them for.
How much do you find them for? Out of curiosity,
600
man.
Canadian.
Jeez.
400 American, give or take. I'm sure someone can find me a Virtual Boy. It's the games afterwards that you got to find me too.
Mhm.
Get me a Dreamcast. I'm getting nothing. Nobody wants a Dreamcast.
Why would you want the console that has like 60 frames per second, ray tracing, all this? No. 30 years ago and pixels is what you want.
Listen, I have a Switch and I don't play Switch games on it. I play original Nintendo games on it. I know what I'm here for.
I've got a PS5 and I play more PS2 and PS3 like games that are like remastered.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with retro game stores. They all want to capitalize on the lack of Virtual Boys available in the wild.
Yeah.
And yes, I absolutely do not need a Virtual Boy because the eye strain is real. Look up the eye strain problems with the Virtual Boy. It came with the disclaimer: do not play the Virtual Boy for longer than 30 minutes at a time, because you're putting your head into this thing. It's an awful and amazing console.
Did every myth about like your eyes going square and shit like that if you play too much video games, did it start with the Virtual Boy? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, it just became exacerbated by the Virtual Boy.
That's why Joel wears glasses.
That and genetics.
Too much video
Jesus.
games as a kid.
The latest media reason, like, to go after video games. This Canadian man has to wear glasses because he played too much video games as a kid. Condemn video games now, even though they do absolutely nothing wrong and they're just fun nonsense.
Although too many hours. Anyway, not important. Listen, go.
Okay, I'm going. All right, I get it. I'm going. Bye.
In the next one. Gosh, Corey Brennan was here. What have we've accomplished nothing on this episode.
We've had a lot of people come on the show today.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know.
Got weird. Anyway, where's Becky going? I did like Alex's answer the best.
I can't top Alex's answer,
Yep.
so I'm not going to give an opinion.
That's fair.
I think that's the correct answer.
Chat, what do you think? Other than a nap, because god dang, she does deserve it. Get in the bus, take a ride home, go spend time with your family. Wake up around WrestleMania time. Come back in the Rumble as number 30. What's that about? Let's do that instead. And have you come back in the Rumble and then maybe some to the Celtics. Good stuff. Because Irish. I don't know. I don't know if she's going to go anywhere else. I don't care where she goes as long as she's getting paid for it and having fun.
Well, I assume she's going to get paid. I don't think she's showing up to just
Depends. I mean, if she shows up in the NWA, I don't know if she's going to get paid.
Wherever Becky goes, I'm going to say what I always say anytime a wrestler is a free agent, wherever they decide, whatever makes her happy, whatever gets her money and whatever makes her happy. That's what I care about when it comes to this stuff. I don't have company loyalty. I don't care where she ends up, whether it's WWE, AEW, or any other company. Doesn't make a difference in my life. I got to watch, cover, report on, talk about all of this stuff regardless. So whatever makes her happy and whatever gets her paid or accommodations that she feels comfortable with.
So
That's
let's look beyond the what's best for Becky's business for a second.
Okay.
And once in a while, you and I like to sit here and talk about like fun storylines or fun, booking ideas and stuff like that. Becky goes to another company. She decides that she wants to go work somewhere for however long she wants. That's kind of what I'm thinking of here. It's less about where should she go. It's more like what fun would she have? So if she goes to a place like, let's start with I mean, I'll do TNA just because it just came up last night. But I'm saying, like, we're just saying that's why, like, I put the AWA, I put GCW there. I didn't do it because I thought she's going there. I thought, like, what fun matches would she want to have in a place like TNA, for example, who made an appearance, TNA wrestlers made an appearance last night on NXT. Let's say Becky shows up for a cup of coffee, just like Trinity did before going back to WWE. What matches does Becky do in TNA that would be like fun for her? Who would she want to work with other than Jordynne Grace? No? Are you trying to think about who works in TNA?
Well, like, no offense to TNA. They ain't got too many people that, like, anybody she wants to work with in TNA, she could just do a one-off in GCW with. Like,
Let her have the speedball match in TNA, damn it. The Yali match could happen at TNA.
They're just...
Actually, so here, this is there. Gail Kim, I think, is a good shout. Yeah. Giselle Shaw also doesn't take a lot of indie bookings. So listen, these speedballs and the Mashas and those wrestlers, for sure, I get it. I love, by the way, PCO versus Becky, hilarious.
That's honestly the more fun. Is like, okay, who can she work with TNA that's male? That's probably the more fun matches.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's open because TNA does do a lot of intergender matches. Like they do men versus women. It happens.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I asked, because it's not about a serious, like, oh my god, she's gonna go to TNA and do all this stuff. It's like, who would she work well against or have fun against working in like a TNA environment or an AEW environment or those types of environments? Where would she work?
I think she's going back to WWE. If she went anywhere else, it's very, I don't want to say obvious, but like, it's most likely AEW. Right. This goes back to a discussion we've had many times when it comes to people leaving or potentially leaving. It's very tough for me to see these people going elsewhere, like a TNA or GCW or any independent, when you've been at the top of the WWE mountain. I have a hard time seeing that. And I don't think that like it's gonna happen. Because I don't think like TNA just doesn't feel like an option. I can't see Becky Lynch, WrestleMania main eventer, big time. I know she's not big time Bex anymore, but like big personality.
She gave up the trademark. She could be big time Bex again.
Yeah, like big personality Becky Lynch showing up in front of 1,000 fans in TNA. It's just tough for me to envision all of that. And I don't think the money is there either. So that's what makes it even more tougher. AW is the only other potential option. And I don't really foresee that either, but it's possible. It's possible.
This is why I say take out the money, take out the business, give yourself the moment to look at it as she's been put into this position. She has agreed. She wants to do it. These are hypotheticals. What works? Who does she work with dropped into these situations?
Okay, I'm thinking about that, but I cannot take out the scale that these companies operate on. Sure, I can take out the money in the business, but TNA ain't running 5,000 arenas.
Well, the good news is you bring in someone like Becky and they might on the backs of that alone. That's the whole thing. But you can also say on the other hand, that's what AEW was hoping to do with Mercedes, and we haven't exactly seen a huge build out of that. It's still early days in some ways, but again, I don't always think that bringing someone in is what's going to bolster your business, but there is a hope that there's something in there. There's a hope that bringing someone in does at least give a little bit of spark to something. So you put her into a GCW ring. Who does she face? Steph Delander.
I think a one-off for GCW. I think GCW would be fun because at least there's an environment there that is fun and it's different. Look, no knock on these TNA shows. you watch this show weekly, Joel. Like, the crowds are what they are. The arena scale is what it is. Like, it's not an exciting environment. Like, that the weekly television is just, it feels like a monotone product. I have a hard time envisioning Becky Lynch in that kind of environment.
Yes. First of all, I agree when it comes to the TV product. Sometimes it can be a slog. Sometimes you get a great match and the crowd's awake. I've had my gripes about the TNA taping schedule and the way that they do it and the way we've talked about it, right? You do a pay-per-view and 2 weeks later there's a special and all of a sudden you got to care about the special when really there's been no build. That's a different conversation in my opinion. But I agree that it's tough to, I'm trying to pick my words carefully. It's because you never know. It's tough to discredit TNA because of something that they don't have much control over. They put on good matches at the TV tapings, but they're also taping, and therefore they don't want to give away all of their TV plans. So and I've said this before, the matches will be good, and if you go live, the matches will be good. You won't always know 100% of what the build is or what the story is if there is one, because they will tell those stories backstage and those will be taped and then they will air on the TV. And the hope is that the crowd is just into the matches. So it's like they're stuck in this weird, we have to be an indie product in our presentation live, but we also have to be a television product. So our pre-tapes have to like make everything make sense, but you can't make it that way. It's a very strange, again, they're stuck in this weird portal, and going live weekly is not the answer for them. In a perfect world, they would, but like financially, it doesn't make sense. Filling up a room every single week, wherever it is, doesn't happen, doesn't make sense. I know at one point there was talk about, they're going to go check out Full Scale and maybe they'll run there. Well, the guys who did that, one of them doesn't work there anymore. But also, I don't know if they were going to fill Full Sail on a weekly basis to do a live TV taping, because then we're back to the Orlando days and the NXT days. Now, what are we talking about with everyone who goes to the PC? It's the same crowd, the same reactions, blah, blah, blah. Do things get over? Do they not? That's a TNA problem as well if you go live and you're stuck in the same venue. So anyway, kind of went off on tangent about that. But that's kind of what the issue with TNA has become, is their presentation and how they're stuck with what they've got. Okay. So Becky works Slammiversary.
It's just tough for me to see her in that environment. GCW has at least there's a vibe to GCW that Becky Lynch being part of that, I can kind of see of like, oh yeah, she stands in the middle of the ring, crowd's going crazy and everything. Like, it's a lively show for most of their shows, very lively. So I could kind of see that. There's not a whole lot of, there's talent out there, but I don't know who she works with. Masha is obviously a good shout that a lot of people have said. She could work some of the Joshi girls. Yamashita, like she could work her. Like that would be good. Like there's some people out there. I just have a hard time seeing a lot of it. But AEW, there's plenty of people she can work in AEW, obviously. And you can add her to that and it bolsters the women's division even further. I know people knock AEW of like, oh, they're only drawing this many fans and they're running these big arenas and blah, 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 blah. But like, for the most part, those shows are lively. Like the crowd's into a lot of that stuff. And that makes a big difference. So I can see it in AEW.
Should go to Wembley, take on Mercedes for the TBS championship if she's holding on to it up until this point.
Yeah, I can't think of a bigger women's match that they could do.
Just taking a WWE match, making it an AEW match. I don't care. 50,000 people can't be wrong in a stadium. That's how I see it, right? Make the vibes immaculate. I don't care. Everyone's faced each other everywhere.
There's a lot of fresh matches in AEW too.
Yeah.
Britt, Jamie, whenever she gets healthy, Willow, like there's a lot of good matches for her in AEW.
Yeah, there absolutely are. Listen, it all comes down to like again, I know I just said don't think about it like this, but in the reality of things, it does come down to what works best for Becky, what's best for her schedule, what are her own plans or intentions for her career. That's really what her focus is going to be. What's best for Becky? Caden's pulling out the idea Becky wins the Owen, goes on, faces Toni Storm at Wembley. Sure, why not? You could do that with her. You could do that for Natalya. That's another person who, is currently working on a new on contract negotiations, hasn't signed or anything. So you don't know. She was backstage for that NXT pre-tape where what's her face beat up somebody. And that's every NXT pre-tape with the women's division. They're in the locker room, someone talks shit and they get beat up. But anyway, the point being, Natty could also do it because she's a heart. Show up in the Owen. I think that would be fun. Becky doing it too would be a lot of fun. There are some good matches available to her. By the way, Speedpunk saying Sean's rival, Shaza McKenzie, made her TNA debut on Explosion this week. Go check that out. It's on their YouTube channel. Shaza was really, really jazzed about doing that. So go check it out. Had a good match. It's free. Go see it. Free 99. Okay, let's go.
Becky onto the learning tree.
Becky should be the learning tree.
No.
Becky and Chris Jericho interacting on stage just every week.
Becky would destroy that man.
Could you imagine that? So she's the one chopping down the learning tree.
You have MLW in the thumbnail. What if?
Okay, I'm here.
Battle Riot this Saturday, June
It is
1st.
June 1st.
What if Becky shows up in Battle Riot?
Get your tickets. Steven Jensen, if he doesn't go and that happens, beside himself. He will be absolutely upset beyond belief. But this is the funny thing about everything we're talking about when it comes to, I can see it or I can't see it. Sometimes an artist is just like, fuck it, I'll do something completely out of the box just to pop myself or pop whatever for the moment, for the moment. That's one of those moments. Yeah, listen, 500 people in that venue, sure. But they get to see something really fun and really momentous. And MLW has a few extra bucks lying around for a one-off. But then Becky would have to win. Or does she? She can get thrown
That's
up.
a battle royal.
Man. Yeah, it's a battle royal. She can get thrown up by Microman and everyone would be fine with it.
She can go through the middle rope like she did in the women's battle royal.
Perfect.
Before she won.
That's how it is. But that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is you give the artist some leeway, and it's not. She doesn't care about the money. She just wants to come in and do whatever. Battle Riot. Becky Lynch, Satoshi Kojima, MLW World Heavyweight Championship.
I like that.
Look at us.
Becky taking those machine gun chops. That'd be great.
I'm sure she'd love it. Listen, I get it. Most people are saying, she'll likely re-sign with WWE, blah, blah, blah. It's her call. Sure, whatever. Let her do whatever she wants to do. Someone had said, if you read her book, you'd actually maybe see a bit more into her view of what she wants to do next. I don't know. But if she's I did everything I want to do and now I'm taking a break, go for it. Take a break. Do whatever you need to do. Financially, you're probably okay. Go have fun. Go take the summer.
He's making money. He's good.
Yeah, you don't need a second bus. You just get one bus and just traveling Wilburys all around the country. Right? Becky to Marigold.
Oh, that'd be good. I do wonder if she has aspirations to work in Japan or anything.
I don't know why someone wouldn't. Just to say they did it, just to say they tried it. It's a different, again, it's the artist. That's fair, but it's the artist in the art form. And she's one of those people who came up in the traditional way. She wasn't an NIL hire. She wasn't another athlete in another sport and decided wrestling was for her. She was a wrestler. She was always into wrestling. That's the only thing she wanted to do sports wise. So I could see her being someone who would be interested in trying it. Have her win the DDT heavy metalweight championship.
Who's the champion? Who holds that belt right now?
I don't know. I'm listening to 5 years ago audio from different people, including PW Torch and Wade Keller. And this is the point where Wade loves bringing up the DDT heavyweight championship, the heavy iron, whatever the hell it is, that title. And he keeps talking about the cat that won it. This is the same anecdote. It's the cat sitting on the guy and getting the pin. That's it. Anyway.
The Young Bucks book won the title.
They did, yeah. They paid heavily for that spot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You think the Shoes will win it next?
Oh, that'd be good.
Someone's pitching Natty to the NWA. This is very. They're being serious. This is great.
Yeah, she's big fans with She's big fans with, or friends with Billy Corgan. So, possible.
Yeah. Becky versus Ernest the Cat Miller. Let's go. I'm all about it. Listen, it's going to be fun. Looking forward to. Listen, wrestling's been wrestling the last couple of days, but we got to talk about Dynamite. Dynamite's tonight. Should we tee it up?
We didn't talk about actual NXT. I do want to comment on Ethan Page.
Sure.
Good on Ethan Page for being part of NXT. I hope he gets it looks like he's already getting a big spot. I mean, he's attacking the champion. So I think we all kind of agree that he was a little underutilized in ROH and AEW. When he got opportunities, I thought he did very well with those opportunities. He said he pitched himself going to ROH. He did good things in ROH with going to the I Quit match with Tony Nese, and he was just off the product after that. Don't know what happened. One day it'll figure out what happened, but Ethan Page was a guy that worked really hard to get himself into shape as well. I thought did well with the opportunities that he was given, was a guy who wanted to promote and do interviews, wanted to, he did the local media rounds to try to promote the product and everything. He did Alpha One, where he also still tried to promote AEW and ROH while promoting that. He's a guy who works hard with what you give him and what you do. And I don't know why it didn't work out in ROH or AEW. Not sure what the disconnect there was. Again, maybe one day we'll find out. I think he's going to do well in NXT. I think he's a good get for NXT, and I look forward to seeing what he actually does in the promotion. So
I agree. I'm very much looking forward to it. Not only because is he, a Canadian, he's from Hamilton, which is unfortunate, but he's still, a great human being and a great, great wrestler. I do want to say I've been to Alpha One shows and they are always a blast. It's strange to me that they just came back in February and now we don't know what's going to happen from there. I know Mike from Indeed is, saying that other people do run the shows. When we've had Ricky Shane Page on this show and he's been like, I ran a show for him once, but it's different, right? When the guy whose vision it is isn't there, it's tough to put your name behind the product. So I'm curious as to where Alpha One will land. And like I asked Sean earlier, what will happen with all of these Ethan Page indie dates that are coming up. If he can work the big ones like the Prestige date versus Shelton Benjamin, fantastic. There are other shows that he's been announced for that look good. I'm hoping he gets that opportunity. People are asking, is he moving from Canada to Florida? He already lives in the United States. And for Ryan in the chat who said that two companies fumbled him, well, no, TNA his contract was up and Ethan made the decision to leave. It was AEW came calling and also offered him the ability to move from Canada to the US, which is what Ethan had wanted to do already. So NXT was just kind of the logical next step given the circumstances from what happened to him in AEW and Ring of Honor, where again, I really wish he had that opportunity, whether that had been in Ring of Honor or in AEW proper, to shine. But now he's seemingly being given that opportunity. He's been thrown to the top of NXT. He has experience working live television and taped, and he's good. He's a good wrestler and a great storyteller, and he's goofy enough when he turns it up that he can have a lot of fun and be very effective in a place like NXT while learning WWE's way of doing the system. And Jeremy made reference to him doing media and wanting to do local media. This is a guy who is willing to go out there and bust ass. And not just, say I'm showing up for the shows and that's it. No, he's willing to go and do the media, go out there, be the guy which is good. You want that in a good wrestler, in a great star. So Ethan Page showing up is good shit. On the Jordynne Grace stuff, people were asking me, and this was before. I know PW Insider Mike Johnson said that there's talks of further integration from NXT talent, TNA talent. I know Sean's working on a story about that. That'll be on Select soon enough. The point is, Jordynne has been the only TNA star this year to make the jump. When Mickie James did it with the Knockouts World Championship, she was still on a handshake deal with TNA, with Impact at the time. It was not an official, someone crossing over. It was an ask, and she did it. The Jordynne thing is different, but it's only been Jordynne Grace. So until there's more people coming in, it's just Jordynne for now. But we'll see what the reports say.
Well, yeah, we'll see if NXT people show up in TNA, things like that.
The next time they can do it is mid-June, so that's the next live are against all odds, and then the TV tapings the next night.
What if Jordynne wins the NXT Women's title?
So I thought about that. I don't. So if our reporting, well, it's not about that. The Julia conundrum comes into play, right?
Mm.
If Julia is healthy and available to work a match at Heatwave, which we've reported on Fightful Select as, and it's penciled in. It's not in ink. It's not 100%, but that's the hope, that she would come in and do NXT Heatwave and that her opponent would be the NXT Women's Champion. Jordynne versus Julia is a very interesting match on paper. It's a great match on paper, but it's not an NXT match. You know what I'm saying? This is a brand new person coming in Julia, facing the person who will be known as the TNA Knockouts and NXT Women's Champion, because it will be fresh. It will be less than a month old. So her holding on to that title for a month just to potentially drop it to Julia, because she would have to. That's kind of where I'm at. Unless the plan is, or the story is, that Jordynne captures the captures the NXT Women's Championship, and she basically carries that until the end of her TNA contract, drops the TNA Knockouts World Championship, and then just moves over to NXT. And it's like this seamless integration of Jordynne Grace going from NXT from TNA to NXT. That's the only way that I see it working. Otherwise, I'm just kind of, she's in for a cup of coffee. She can take the L. Maybe it'll be a little bit funky, but yeah, that's where I'm at on it. What do you think?
I don't feel like it's gonna happen, but the fact that they're using her in this spot, look, Roxanne was supposed to be part of the WWE draft, and then she wasn't part of the WWE draft. Like, is it possible they have call-up plans for her? If so, why not do a title change? Have Jordynne hold it until maybe Julia is healthy, and then Jordynne drops it to Julia. Roxanne goes up to main roster off of that. I think it's a possibility, and I don't want to completely dismiss. I understand TNA gets publicity out of this, and maybe that's all they're happy to have on this. It does feel like you want to get a win somewhere in here. I know she's gonna beat Stevie Turner. I think she's facing next week. That's a 1970s lead singer, not a wrestler. Like, I know she's gonna win next week. Feels like they want a little something, maybe something a little more. And maybe they don't. Maybe they're just happy. Okay, beat some people that you can beat, and then you do your big title match. We get publicity out of it, and then we move on. I feel like there's just more, just a little bit more to this deal than just Jordynne's coming in for a shot next week, a shot at the Apex, and that's it. Feels like there's more overall to this deal.
I fully agree with you. Like I said, before the reporting came that there is potential for more, it was Jordynne's been the only person. But now, if there's going to be more integration, there's going to be more TNA and WWE crossover. Great. It's great for TNA, to be honest with you. And it's good for NXT on their own way. Someone mentioning in the chat, Jordynne resigned. She resigned. It was August 2023. if that's a 2-year deal, she's still got a year left, but you can still have her, show up for a year while she's doing both. Because TNA tapes and they do a live special once a month or a paper once a month. Like if you have that crossover, if it's just Jordynne, I'm saying like it's seamless for them. It's easy for them.
TNA ain't gonna turn down anything when it comes to this deal. Like, exactly. I don't think, unless it's something completely egregious, which I don't feel is going to fully happen. TNA is not really in a position to be like, hey, you know what? Maybe we don't have our women's champion, our knockouts champion, or we don't have this person on the NXT show. They're not going to have these people. And I think NXT has enough respect. I don't think Stevie Turner is going to beat Jordynne Grace next week. I really hope she's facing Stevie Turner, and I'm not getting this name wrong.
No, you're right. Okay, Stevie Turner. And I looked up; they haven't faced each other before, even in Stevie's old moniker. So it really is a first time.
Who was Stevie Turner previously?
Bobby Tyler on the UK Indies.
Oh, okay.
And
so
UK, of course.
Right. So I don't think the TNA is not really in a position to be like, yeah, this doesn't work for me, brother. Like, they're getting good publicity out of this. And obviously WWE's doing it for a reason, because it's like, hey, we're playing nice with TNA. And so I understand their position on this as well. I think it's a good partnership for both of them. And again, I think there's more to it than just Jordynne doing a couple of matches. How much more? I don't know. But we saw on Twitter, we saw Cedric and Mustafa Ali kind of banter back and forth. And they ain't doing anything with Cedric. Remember that he was supposed to that Ashante the Adonis team that
those
allegedly
those
was a thing.
Those vignettes were funny. I liked them. I don't know why they didn't do anything with them.
All two of them were great.
Yes, they were still funny. They were still good. I can still say they were enjoyable.
I know, but like, why wouldn't you send someone like Cedric to TNA and have a one-off against Ali? Cedric can lose. It's fine. I promise you.
You know what this is? Oh, and also other people have mentioned this, and I'll say it again. The Rascals making an appearance together would be fantastic. Yes. That's something that I think a lot of people would enjoy. I said this on Twitter. The one person right now that would make the most sense in NXT for the character is Jonathan Gresham. This Octopus Inc. everyone gets sick shit that he's doing. That's perfect NXT fodder. I don't want to see Santino Marella do the thing, but I want to see Santino run over and do stuff with.
Oh, they're 1,000%. They're 1,000% doing Santino and Ariana, right?
Yeah, they have to. Like, if they really want to do a full-on fun partnership, that is something you got to integrate. You got to have those two. Santino and Ariana would be hilarious.
Yeah, they're 1,000% doing that.
Especially because Santino is the babyface and Ariana is not. Her just overreacting to whatever Santino does would be funny shit. I'm all for that. And of course, everyone's Joe Hendry. Let's do that.
Santino has commented in the past that he wanted to do something with Ariana. And now when you have this partnership, like, it's going to happen. I'm not concerned about, this is going to be a missed opportunity. If I had to bet on anything happening further, like if I had one thing that I could bet on between a TNA NXT relationship, it would be a segment with Santino and Ariana.
Selfishly, I got to tell you. I'd love the Heat Wave to be a Worlds Collide, NXT TNA show.
Okay.
That would be a show booked for me. Steve Macklin coming over and doing an NXT gimmick would be funny as shit to me on so many levels. But there's the ABC coming over doing Ace of Bays. There's a lot of potential crossover that I think is exciting and would introduce more people to the wrestlers in TNA or reintroduce them in some cases. Mustafa Ali, someone that everyone in NXT will know. There are other wrestlers that are in TNA right now that people do not know that would work really well.
Ali should come in and be like, aren't I owed a North American title shot?
He should come in with the jacket and everything and just be like, it's mine. He did that on Twitter. That was his whole thing. I'm still owed a North American Championship match.
Yeah. He should 100% do that. Be like, I'm pretty sure I'm owed one of these guys, these title shots here.
It would be great. But yeah,
this
this TNA NXT partnership, whatever it looks like, it could be a lot of fun. I know it's been talked about since January with the Royal Rumble spot with Jordynne, and we didn't know how much there would be. And I think when you and I talked about it, we both said it's only been Jordynne. So that's it. No one's really talked about it beyond that. Now it looks like maybe there's something in the plans. Will Chisholm saying, I want Ariana to no sell her dad, saying, I don't know you. I hope that's true. Like, I just want them to have an on screen, but they're not related on screen. They just interact on screen. Oh, you're beautiful. You know, I have a sister who was a beauty queen herself. And then she's just like, really? And it's just that alone would work. Don't bring Santina into it. Don't do it. Make reference to a beauty queen you knew. My sister was Miss WrestleMania. You could be Miss WrestleMania too. It would work. It would just be so funny and so stupid. And I'm all for it.
Your Santino accent. One of your better ones, I will say.
It's because I have to do it on the TNA post show because I hate it. I hate it. I don't like doing this. Santino Marella. It's so I hate it so much. Doing accents all day. We still do the AEW Dynamite preview. Before we do that, I want to go into a couple of departures from AEW. Of course, Arn Anderson announced on his podcast that he's done. He said he's going to be focusing on his son's training. I'm assuming he was talking about Brock. Yeah, training him for more wrestling. Mark Henry, of course, on Monday we talked about it. He announced that he is finished with AEW. That was also something that Fightful Select reported, that his contract was coming due. He confirmed it. And then Bodyslam.net had reported that Jake Hager is potentially done with AEW as well. So something to keep an eye on. Not like they've been doing much with Jake. He had the match in Oklahoma on Rampage against, who was it? Was it Roddy? No. Who do you have the match against? You don't remember either, huh?
Recall.
Someone in the chat will remind us. But yeah, that was the last time I remember Jake Hager being in a match on TV. So that's kind of where we're at right now with the few AEW departures. Of course, everyone's now saying, oh yeah, but Arn Anderson's going to second Cody. Was it Roddy Strong? I was right. So they're saying he's going to Arn Anderson coming in and joining Cody Rhodes. What do you think of that potential?
I think it's likely. Yeah. I think it's pretty likely, honestly. You know, Cody mentioned it. He might need a second. Arn's there. I don't know. Like, obviously, they have the relationship. So it makes sense for Cody. I don't know how much Arn really adds to this presentation
Hear
of
me
Cody.
out. Okay.
Okay. He's got to bring the Glock.
He does. But actually, what we do is Malachi Black. Currently, clearly he wants out. He doesn't want to be in AEW. Hates it there. Hates it completely. Just buries it every chance. No, he doesn't. But let's just say, you know, Aleister Black comes back, becomes a WWE main eventer. First opponent, Cody Rhodes. What do? We need Arn Anderson. Cody eats the foot to the face. He hits the black mass. Knocked out the first week. Cody comes out and says, "Not this time. Not this time." I want to call him Malachi, but he's what would he be? Aleister. Not this time, Aleister. I brought backup. And out comes Arn Anderson. And Arn Anderson does the kick and he catches the kick again. Because Arn Anderson's the only one who can stop Aleister Black. But it's a hot feud for the summer. Cody Rhodes versus Aleister Black. With Arn Anderson in the middle. Arn Anderson brings a gun to Aleister Black's house. You want it to happen. I see it in your eyes.
No, here's what I want. Truthfully, here's what I want.
Okay.
Here's what I want. Cody comes out. He's giving his latest stump speech and everything. And then here comes the bloodline, right? Here comes Heyman, the new bloodline with Tongaloa and Tama Tonga, who aren't allowed to cross the border, and Solo Sikoa and whatever. And just a big old beatdown of Cody Rhodes, right? And then all we hear is the pop, pop, pop. That's the sound of the police, but it's not the police. It's Arn Anderson coming out. He got the Glock on him as well. And he's just, I don't know if Arn holds it like that. I think he holds it. I forgot how he kind of like held it.
However he wants. It's Arn
Yeah,
Anderson.
he holds it. It's Arn Anderson. Hold that one, and he just bloodline just scatters off of that. And Arn's like, "You want to talk about dangerous men around here? You're looking at him, pals. You're looking at him. You want to fuck with Cody Rhodes?" He drops the F-bomb too.
He's allowed to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and The Rock are the only two who can do it.
Yeah. He's like, "You want to fuck with Cody Rhodes? You're fucking with my family." That's it.
And that's how The Rock comes back. Look at us. We're bringing it all back. AEW Dynamite tonight. You want to get into it?
1 second. I need to finish up a post. Does anybody remember what game was on Saturday night on TNT? It was on TNT instead of Collision. Because Collision was on TBS.
I don't know. What was it, an NBA playoff game?
Well, it was NBA. It was actually the NHL that night because the Celtics and Pacers was on ESPN. Thanks, Joel. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. I don't know. When was this? Friday?
I just figured it out.
Friday?
I don't need your help anymore.
Was it the Oilers and Stars?
Yeah, Oilers Stars. Oh, Nas Got Yourself a Gun is good. Good one. Yeah.
That would be great.
Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. Got yourself a gun. That's what we need.
The Rock teleports to ground. He doesn't even. Someone just says family. He just shows up. He's like, "What the hell am I doing here?" Somebody said the word. Let's go. Got the mana. He shows up and he's just like,
The Rock wants nothing to do with Arn. What does Rock come out with? Nah, you know what The Rock does? Rock comes out and he's like cast up and he's backstage and he's got the big arm brace on his cast and he just flexes again. He's like, "Daddy's gotta go to work." And then if you smile, and he comes out there. That's how it works. Oh, that's the cinema right there, baby.
"Yep."
That's the cinema.
Speedpunk sends a super chat before we get into AEW saying, "You know where I'd like to see Jake Hager at a GCW Bloodsport event where there's one in July coming up. Someone make it happen." I don't hate this idea. Hager has an MMA background. He'd be fun at Bloodsport. He's fought Bloodsport, hasn't he? Hasn't he done a Bloodsport match?
I don't believe so.
I'm
I'll
gonna
look it up, but I
check.
don't believe so.
Maybe he was advertised for one.
He was in legitimate cage fighting, Joel. He doesn't need to do blood sport.
That I do know. Oh, because he had heat with Josh Barnett.
He never did blood sport.
Yeah, well, he appeared on Throwing Down with Renee and Misha, and he talked. This was in 2021. So I would definitely want to dabble into anything wrestling, especially without striking. Getting punched just sucks. And he's sorry, I'm just looking at the quote. Some old man with a walking stick started coming at me on Twitter, and I kicked the stick out from underneath him and kept on walking. Oh boy, that's what he said in 2021.
Nah, fair.
So, who knows if we'll see him at Bloodsport? But it's it would be a fun match. I'd like it. Do Hager versus. Do Hager?
He did that cage match against Wardlow. That was something.
Yes. Oh God, I did not like that one. But hold on. Do Barnett and Hager, have them talk out their problems and do a match. No one would know about the beef, but like you could at least bring it up.
I think they would do that match if they could work things out.
For sure.
Barnett ain't losing though. Barnett's like, I ain't losing, brother.
But they're big motherfuckers. They have fun. Anyway, Dynamite. You want to get into it?
Oh, just a second. Yeah.
Who's doing Dynamite? Are you doing Dynamite? Are you doing the preview?
What? Oh, you should do it in your Jay Leno voice, Joel.
Guys, who should do it? Should it be Tony Khan or should it be me doing Leno? Becky Bloodsport is an idea.
You know they're gonna vote for the Leno voice because it's
they?
way more.
We'll
oh yeah, yeah.
So.
They get me every week. Like it's something new.
They had me that one week and they said never do it again. So
yeah, but this chat's a glutton for punishment. Though.
They
That's
really are. Leno. I'm not doing the Santino voice for that. I can't do that. It would suck.
Yeah, everyone knows British Leno. My God.
It's I can't even do it.
That's not British at all.
It's not. I'm like, how do I do it?
You have trouble enough with one accent. Don't throw one impression. Don't throw an accent on top.
It would be awful. My God. Do we have the lineup up on the website?
Yeah.
I've got the engagement accounts doing it.
Yeah.
I got their lineup, but I want to make sure that we have our lineup.
Our lineup's probably wrong.
Is it? Oh, that's fair. Yeah, that's true. Looking at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's the same. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for AEW Dynamite review live on 8 p.m. Eastern. I can't do this. 7 o'clock Central. We got a great show for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't contain my laughter. I tried to mute myself, but I completely missed. Fuck. Oh my God. This is allegedly Leno, King Potate.
Is Letterman doing Leno?
No, it's just. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Oh, God.
Joel.
We're doing
Continue. Attempt to continue.
Oh. Don Callis and Don Callis family's coming. I'm just gonna no Jeremy. Don Callis is gonna come out and he's gonna offer a contract. Who's he gonna offer the contract to join the Don Callis family? Could it be for Orange Cassidy? Who knows? Find out tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern. Superstation on TBS for AEW Dynamite. Also, we have TV time with Chris Jericho. This is hard to get through like this. Oh. TV time with the Learning Tree. It's the debut of the Learning Tree with Chris Jericho.
Oh, the fucking way you said Learning Tree. It's a Learning Tree, Chris Jesus.
Okay.
This rundown is going to be longer than Double or Nothing.
It's hard not to break every 2 seconds. Okay. Whew. What will Chris Jericho have to say as he debuts his new show TV Time live on AEW Dynamite this tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on TBS Superstation. Also, Mercedes Moné, the new TBS champion. This is awful, by the way. The new TBS champion. Have you heard of her? Have you seen her? She's going to be having a championship celebration with her new TBS championship. Will there be pyro? Will there be fireworks? Who knows? Find out at TBS Superstation, 8 p.m. Eastern on AEW Dynamite. Great friends over on the TBS Superstation. Also, Mariah May will take on Saraya. That's a match that's happening. Jon Moxley is going to put up the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Eliminator match against Rocky Romero. The title's not on the line, so don't get it twisted. Rocky's just going to go after the title for the company that he works for, but he also works for our company at AEW, so he's going to kind of just use his front office powers to get himself a title match that I guess maybe Trent Beretta gets a match in the future. But anyway, live tonight from the fabulous oh, I almost got it. Live tonight from the fabulous Kia Forum in Los Angeles, California. I will be there. Jay Leno will be there. TBS, 8 p.m. Eastern, live from the Kia Forum on AEW Dynamite. And finally, well, not finally, but House of the Dragon. Have you watched this show on HBO, Jeremy? It's a very, very popular show, The House of the Dragon. It's an HBO original series. Let's watch
dragons in the house?
Yes, they're letting dragons because Killswitch is going to be taking on the AEW World Heavyweight Champion Swerve Strickland in a non-title match. I'm assuming it's not title. They haven't really told you that it is, right?
It's an eliminator, I think. This is 100% accurate, by the way.
Yeah, I was just looking at
1000%.
Kind of became that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, June 16th over on HBO Max is going to be House of the Dragon. And then because of that, we have a dragon on our show called Killswitch. He used to be called Switchosaurus.
Switchosaurus.
He used to be called Luchasaurus, but now they call him Killswitch. Why do they call him Slow Switch? I don't know, but he's going to have a match against Swerve Strickland, who is the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, live on AEW Dynamite, 8 p.m. Eastern on TBS. And finally, the Forbidden Door Casino Gauntlet. Who's going to be in it? Who knows? One by one, people come out. Whoever gets the first pin, they're going to win the match. Last time, the person who won it was Will Ospreay. He's the AEW International Championship. Have you heard of him? He's going to be not in this match, but maybe he will. Who knows? The winner gets the AEW World Heavyweight Championship opportunity at Forbidden Door. Are you excited for this? From the fabulous Kia Forum, it's AEW Dynamite live 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, only on TBS Superstation. I'm done. That is Jay Leno.
We need this. We need this. Last thing, we need it.
That's a technical foul.
No, don't laugh. Can't laugh.
That's a technical foul. Give me all of your money for that one. Like Louis did. I don't even care if it has a message on it. Just give me all your money for that.
Oh, that was amazing. Switchosaurus.
I call him Kill Switchosaurus.
You do call. I'm not. Jeez.
What is going on with this episode of Dynamite tonight, by the way? Just in terms of like booking wise, I have so many questions.
Can I say something without people getting offended?
Given what I just did, probably.
This episode kind of doesn't do anything for me.
Me neither. I'm hoping that they set up some stuff, but I don't see much happening here.
This is, and maybe he'll get announced. But how you have MJF return on Sunday, and that was to me the biggest thing on the show, and no MJF, insane. And not having the Young Bucks or the Elite in general after winning in the main event, not having them announced, insane.
Yeah, I agree.
Like both of these things are insane. And maybe they'll get announced today, fine, but it feels like that's something you should have planned out a little bit better.
Or even
they should
addressing the TBS, or sorry, I keep doing that. Addressing the TNT title situation, because we know that Adam Copeland is injured. It's like, maybe you can say something like, we're going to address the TNT title situation. Tony Khan has an announcement. Sure, he'll get memed, but at least it has something to do with it. Yeah, I agree. But this is another criticism that we have frequently is coming off of a pay-per-view. It's rare that they like give you a ton of stuff to like look forward to in the promotional material. The show is what it's going to be. It'll be fun, but like the promoted stuff just isn't what it could be.
The TNT thing, I'm a little forgiving because they just found that out yesterday. Maybe they don't even have sorted out what they want to do just yet, and maybe they want to take another week to like really figure it out. I'd rather that than rushing something.
Yep.
The MJF stuff, the Young Bucks stuff, you knew about that before Sunday. You knew the Elite were winning that match. You knew MJF was returning before Sunday. So you should probably have them lined up for something on Wednesday.
Yeah. It's several days. They have it's whatever.
Don't worry, John Moxley and Rocky Romero, after we've watched Rocky Romero take L after L after L on AEW television, this is the one he's going to win, guys.
I don't even know what to say about that. And like, they've got the photo. This is something that really bugs me. They have the photo of Don Callis and Orange Cassidy. And like all of the fan base, not all of it, but most of the fan base is like very much online. We know it's a swerve, bro. Like, we know you're not offering it to Orange Cassidy. Like, we know that it's going to turn into Orange Cassidy's next opponent type of thing. Or like, it's very strange. It's very, again, for a base that's not entirely, sorry, I shouldn't say it that way. For a fan base that is incredibly online, doing something like this for the TV show is kind of like, why are you just leaning that far into it? It should just be Don Callis with a contract in his hand. That's all you need.
He should sign himself.
He should sign Trent. It should just be Trent coming out and be like, I am the new, like, it's, you make it obvious or don't. It's just, I think it's silly to put it as Orange Cassidy and Dawn up there, because it's like, whatever. I'm done.
The MJF promo should probably be on this episode of Dynamite. Oh, look, they did the MJF promo. I thought it was really good. I understand why they did it at the pay-per-view. It's a pay-per-view thing. I just don't understand how, unless you're saying like re-air the MJF promo, which I'm actually all for.
We got to talk about this real quick. Social Team on AEW. What are we doing? YouTube, they put on the full segment from Double or Nothing, and they label it as full interview MJF at Double or Nothing. And I'm like, there's no interview. It's a promo. He comes out and I was expecting something at the end, or maybe it was the double. Like, I thought it was an actual sit down interview exclusively for digital. I was like, oh, let's watch this. And I scrubbed through it. I'm like, this is just the segment from the pay-per-view. At least label it as such. We've talked about it before.
Did they rename it? Because now it's MJF Returns at Double or Nothing.
Good, because I think full interview was a fucking stupid promo. It was a stupid title for a video. And this is coming from a guy who titles videos and makes thumbnails all day. Dumb.
That's the only thing they have posted.
It's probably that. Like, I'm sure that people looked at it and were just like, what is this? Like, that's not an interview. It's a return segment. Like, it's
no, it is. It's the full return segment. I'm saying
no.
This
is they renamed it.
No, Joel, listen. Okay.
No.
This is the only thing from Double or Nothing they have posted on their YouTube is the MJF return.
Yeah, I'm saying. And does it say he returned, or did they change it?
It says MJF returns at AEW Double or Nothing.
So I'm saying they've since renamed it, because when it went up for about the first day, it was titled, and I took a screen cap of it too. They kept it as like interview, and I was like, what the fuck is
my issue? And I've said this after Dynasty, and people got mad at me. I don't understand why they don't have more videos from Double or Nothing on their YouTube. Like, they never do this. They never post clips from the pay-per-view on their YouTube. And people are like, oh, well, they're trying to get, post-show buys and everything. Okay, you know what you can do? Is you can do highlights. And because you're now selling these pay-per-views on YouTube, watch the full match, order the pay-per-view replay, clicking here. You're not going to turn people off from buying the pay-per-view by posting highlights on your YouTube, because the people that watch this stuff, they're either going to watch it on the YouTube anyway and not buy it, or you're trying to encourage them to buy it, or the people who want to always buy it are going to buy it and they don't care about the highlights. They'll just go and they'll hear about it and they'll be like, oh, you know what? I'll actually go buy this, or I'll just watch the stream or illegal ways or whatever. Yeah, they'll find a way to do it. You're not losing buys because, oh man, they posted highlights on their YouTube. That's going to cost them 50 buys. I promise you it's not. I promise you.
This was, by the way, this is what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it said for the first day. And I was like, that's kind of absurd. But anyway, listen, Dynamite tonight should be fine. Like you entice someone looking at the clips to buy the replay and watch the next show. You don't need to you can put up a full segment. That's the way it used to be, was like, put up a 2-minute clip and then be like, to see the full thing, blah, 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 do this. Nowadays, like, you can, I'm sorry, once it happens, it's cat's out of the bag, right?
Also,
like you can't that easily get those replay numbers.
Right. And it's not like they are just, oh, we're not going to put it on YouTube. They post them on their other socials. They're on Instagram. They're on Twitter.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like it's not accessible or anything. Like, you can go elsewhere to just watch these clips. I get that. So why not just put them on YouTube? YouTube makes money as well, guys. Like, you can make money off this YouTube channel. It's another way to continue to feed a little bit of income here. I just don't, they utilize their YouTube so poorly. Yeah,
I think part of it is that it could be that they're making more money on other social outlets than YouTube. Could be as easy as that, but I don't know for sure. I don't know what their money is going.
WWE rakes with YouTube.
They do. They could also have a better deal with YouTube. That's the reality of it. Like they're doing Speed on X, sponsored by cocaine.
I don't know if they have any type of deal. I think they just post everything.
They have a larger footprint.
They do, but you have a large footprint by posting everything and utilizing the platform
that is
the way they utilize it.
That is true. I will accept that. That's true. Someone mentioned they're hiring for their social team. Are they? Social media content editor.
I should apply.
Do you want to do producer in Spanish, in Espanol?
No.
Do you want to be the producer for graphics in a late night role?
I mean, I already stay up late. I can't do graphics, so I'm not good at it.
That's fair. That's why I do them, and I don't do them very well.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be back on Friday. I don't know if I will be. I might not be. Instead, someone else might be. Maybe it's you. Maybe you will be here on Friday.
I will be here.
Jeremy will be here. I was talking to the audience. Maybe you will be here.
Okay.
Maybe one of you will co-host the show with Jeremy. Maybe. Jeremy,
we will have Matt Cardona on the show, scheduled to join at 10:30 a.m. Eastern.
Looking forward to that. Maybe I'll send in my questions individually. We went very long today.
Yeah, we didn't accomplish anything, but that's okay.
Oh, I think we had a few good conversations, but other than that, we're good. People are asking about my work, and I don't want to do that. That's it. Yeah, Matt Cardona, scheduled Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Will I be here? Who knows? Will SB3 be here? Maybe. Jeremy will definitely be here, and so will you. And if you're in the audio realm, 5-star reviews get you every time. So go ahead and do that. Leave a thumbs up on the way out, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you have not. I am at Joel Pearl, JOELPEARL, ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the binary. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.